Hey, is this working? Hold on. Seems like Twitch is working. Seems like Kick is working. Is YouTube working? Dev, I got censored on Archcast for making fun of you. Ha! Good. Deserved. Okay, we're finally up and running. Sorry for all the problems. How's it going, guys? Oh, what's up? What's up? Oh, oh, oh. Good morning. Get your coffees in hand. Everyone, prepare your sips in the chat. Prepare your sips. Get all your coffee cups up. Get them all out. If you have supported the channel, you have the emote, the dev sip emote, and there it is. And if you don't, you can always go with coffee. All right, guys. Are you ready to sip? Are you ready? Here we go. Hey, Kelm. Ah, yeah. How's it going, guys? Good morning, everyone. What's going on? Oh, Linda's Adax joined the $5 club. Thank you. Thank you. I guess I'll start with giving you the spiel, eh? If you want to support the channel, please consider tossing a few super chats here and there. Please consider joining the D Club through YouTube memberships, Patreon Subscribestar, or, as always, the Twitch subs. If you have Amazon Prime, you have one free sub. You might as well toss it to me over on Twitch. It comes with your Amazon Prime. What's going on, everyone? What the fuck? The artificial terror state in the middle of the Middle East that you admire despite never having left your province won't exist past this decade. What the fuck? Okay. Not only have I left my province, I've left my country many times. And I assume what you mean is Israel. And no, I'm pretty sure Israel's going to be around for a while. $5, Tricky Mario. I did finally not check out your DMs. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting. Like, new account picture, it's good old Phoebe from the Magic School Bus. And my old school, we didn't sip. Man, the Magic School Bus was a great show. Like, that was some fun stuff. Yeah, Israel, like, people who are saying Israel's going to collapse in the next 10 years, good fucking luck, dude. Nah, it's not going to happen. Also, oops, almost spilled my coffee there. Also, I'm no fan of Israel's wrongdoings, but Israel is clearly morally superior to Palestine, so fuck it. Who cares? Carlos. Oof. Sipping on some scissorp. Scissorp. Why do you have 19th century Russian wallpapers? You mean newspapers? Talking about newspapers, not wallpapers? Someone just made that for me. I don't know why. Okay. Oh, so what's up going on? What's up going on, everyone? I certainly would say a gigantic number of people care. Sure they do. Sure they do. But on some level, it's half a world away. Not really. I don't care too much personally. Politically, like, obviously. Right. Why would someone think Israel exists past this decade? Big Dro. Because obviously it's going to. I think Israel has already gone to war with all of its neighbors like 4 fucking times and swamped them every time. I think they're sticking around, man. I'll do a video on Israel Palestine eventually. Do I support banning TikTok? Maybe for underagers. You know, I don't think social media is good for kids. Okay, I think. Hold on, let me just make sure everything's up and running real quick. Yeah, okay, this looks good. This looks good. Okay. So, listen. Here's what we should talk about, fellas. Here's what we should talk about. So, good morning, everyone. What's up? I announced a bunch of this on the Disco Elysium stream last night. However, I should probably re-announce it here. You know what I mean? Since not everyone watches the Disco Elysium streams. In fact, we had like 50 to 60 people last night on Disco Elysium. Right now, we got 344. So perhaps it's time to talk about it here. Dev, the Archcast is already taken off of YouTube. Was that you? Arch has been moving all the spicy streams over to Rumble because they're too spicy, which is cowardly. But okay, that's how it is. Well, I'm happy for 96 says Israel doesn't win without DC life support. Doesn't last 1 year without DC. That's complete fucking bullshit, dude. Dude, Israel was chugging along just fine without American support for a while there. Like back in the 1950s, America didn't give a shit. And Israel was just like giga chatting everyone around them. I mean, America is helping quite a lot now, obviously, but I wouldn't even if America pulled their support, I wouldn't count Israel out. Is Dev going to read the supers that came before the stream started? Thank you, Holtznader. I guess I'll check it out. I didn't know there were supers that came before the stream started. I'll go take a look. Thank you. Let's see here. Where's the super chats? Where did they go? What's going on here? What's supers? Okay. Play the clip, Dev. It's in your DMs. It's funny and from your video. No. Rusta, $2. Me being late is more on time than Dev being late. Holtznader, $2. Dev really giving us some top tier bottom energy. All right. That's enough. So we don't need to support them. Okay, here's the funny thing about this conversation, right? It's like, we're spending so much money on Israel. We're spending so much money on Ukraine. We should be spending the money on our own people. And it's like, okay, but do you really think the people who are advocating for America turning inward would then take the money and spend it on their own people? No, they fucking wouldn't. Those people are like anti-social safety net, anti-universal healthcare, anti-spending on people. So the logic doesn't track, right? It's basically just a ploy that right-wingers say, but they don't actually intend to implement. In much the same way that like left-wingers, appeal to free speech when it interests them, and then once they're in power, they get rid of free speech. Right-wingers do the same thing with, we should spend money on the poor people. They never actually fucking do it. It's all the same fucking lies and BS. Well, by not spending the money, it would benefit the American people. That doesn't make any fucking sense, Attacked. Yeah. Oh, now he gets corruption? No. Listen, dude, listen. It's that's not what's going on here. What's going on here is that there's a big difference between somebody who says A and then once they're in a new position says B. That's common. It's a very human thing to do, and in fact, in some ways, it might even be like good and necessary depending on the specific topic. But that's different from, the judge immediately went against the law and just like, attacked someone for a political reason and like handed down a ruling that was completely contrary to what the law says. All right, that's a completely different fucking scenario. $2 from Drakus. Iran is playing the game to genocide Israel. Oh yeah, they are, of course. Dylan Killen says, no, Dev, right wingers are used on your own people. No, you don't. No, you fucking don't. Thoughts on Israeli millionaires shorting stocks before October 7th? You got to send me proof of that. And then once I have proof of that, I got to look into it and see like what it actually means. I don't know. Iran is using Hamas to attack Israel. Oh yeah, that's obvious, right? Like Iran is just like fuck Israel. They're just like throwing money at them. Yeah. What Dev is doing here is just bad faith. No, it's fucking not. Okay, listen. All right, this is something that a lot of people need to fucking understand. A lot of the more right wing viewers, a lot of people that I met through like Arch's community. All right, is that there's a difference between I think Dev is wrong and dumb, and I think Dev is lying in bad faith. Those are two separate things. So, for example, like here, let me show you this. Let me show you this real quick. Okay, let's pull this up. All right. So like here. Here we go. Okay, so anyone know this guy? Was it Oliver Gia? Basically, I argued with him on a point over AI artwork because he was getting all butt mad about it. And he immediately says, "You're being disingenuous." And it's like, hold on. Wait, what? Not I think that your idea is dumb, not that you're stupid, not nothing that is like I think you're being disingenuous. All right? Which by the way, disingenuous means lying. It's like, hold on. Those are two fundamentally, and then of course we got back and forth into it, and then he blocked me because he's a fucking baby. But here's the thing, guys. It's one thing to think that your opposition is stupid and wrong. That's pretty common. It's normal. It's like, oh, that guy doesn't know what's going on. Okay, fine. It's another thing to be like, he must be lying. My position is so obviously correct that if he disagrees, he can't just be, not knowledgeable about the situation. He has to be actively lying, making him not just stupid, but evil. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? If you say Dev is being bad faith, then you're automatically bad faith. Oh, Zamizzy, I don't think you're lying in bad faith. I just don't think you have good faith. That's actually retarded. You're retarded, okay? Here, like, just quickly. Here we go. Okay. Bad faith literally means intent to deceive. I don't think you're lying in bad faith. Bad faith requires deception. It requires lying. Your reasoning and logic are flawed. Well, okay. God, I'm not going to grammar police you. Yes, that means that your criticism is not that I'm bad faith, that you think that I'm stupid and wrong, which are two different criticisms, all right? Because your stupid and wrong is attacking the argument. Your bad faith is attacking the character. And frankly, I see no reason to put up with people attacking my character out of fucking nowhere. If Trump gets back into power and supports Ukraine, how much do you bet the left and right flip-flop on their support? Oh, probably. The left and right flip-flopped on their support for vaccines for the same reason. They'll probably flip-flop, yeah. What's up, Commie? How's the coffee today? It's pretty good, Adam, you fuck. We could spend money on rounding up the procs. Yeah. Hold on. That's not what that means. You fucking retard. Hold on. Yeah, let's just zoom right the fuck in on it. We're zooming in, boys. We're zooming in. What does this say? What does this say, you dumb shit? Intent to deceive. That is what it means. Highland Juggler, $50. Thank you. People who are anti-intervention now used to be pro but gave up. We won conflicts like Vietnam. Wait, you didn't win Vietnam. America lost Vietnam. When people got bored, people have no patience for long-term occupation. If we took Russia, interventionists would ask, why are we here in 20 years? Yeah, maybe. Anyway, listen. Everyone who says Dev is evil is a fucking retard. Everyone who just thinks that I'm dumb, that's fine. All right, you can feel that way, but I see no reason to put up with people fucking attacking me. You're stupid and you should fucking get the fuck out of here. All right. Okay. You're talking about disingenuous. No, here's the thing. Disingenuous is the same thing. All right. The exact same problem exists with disingenuous, because when you're wrong, there's really only two ways that you can be wrong when you really boil it down. Either you're purposefully lying, or you're purposefully lying, meaning that you know that you're wrong and you're putting it forward anyway, or you're ignorant. You don't know that you're wrong. That's it. Those are the only two ways you can be wrong. Disingenuous. Here, we can bring this one up too. All right. Not candid or sincere, typically by pretending that one knows less about something than one really does. This is lying. This is not being wrong. This is lying. Saying that someone is disingenuous is attacking their character, not their argument. Right? Oops, I zoomed in the wrong way. Okay. That's kind of the point, is that it is one thing to say that you're dumb, it's another thing to say that you're lying. Most of the money sent to Ukraine isn't even actual money. A lot of it is actually old equipment that's going to be scrapped away. Exactly. That's why I don't care that much about it, right? It's like, oh, America sent hundreds of millions of dollars. And it's like, actually, they sent hundreds of millions of equipment that was just rotting in a warehouse and was going to go in the next 10 years anyway, so fuck it. On Juggalo, $5. No, we did when we were curb stomping everyone, but left because of the whiny anti-wars. Look at nah. I've heard that argument. I don't believe that argument, dude. I don't think that's a good argument. Nope. I think America basically set up the conditions so that it could leave because it knew that it couldn't just stay there. If America stayed for another 20 years in Vietnam, it'd be the same thing, I think. $5. What about spending some money on the own people who just don't spend the money? Because governments are not like households, right? They operate differently. And in fact, you do have money. Like, if you have money, you do have to spend it, right? Like, you can't, like, the government can't just sit on a giant fucking mound of cash, Scrooge McDuck style. And unless you want them to be, like, buying up property the way that other, private investors do, which is kind of spooky because now you're getting into nationalization territory. No, you want governments to have budgets and spend it, right? Like, even if you don't agree with something like universal healthcare, you still want the government to be building up roads, or, like, repairing roads and bridges, or various funding for various, like, local services with fire, police, whatever, right? You still want that. Jiggy, Dev, how does the conflict in Gaza end without genocide? Israel's declared to the last, so is Hamas. It doesn't. Here's the thing: it's real easy for Westerners to, like, wring their hands and clutch their pearls and say the fighting needs to stop. But you know what? Both sides are very happy right now to fight to the last man. So, if that's what they want to do, that's their business. Go ahead. What was your pick for the worst game released this year? My money's on Gollum. You know what? The King Kong game was worse than Gollum, in my opinion. Yeah, the King Kong game is worse than Gollum. We love you even if you're wrong. You like traps, so it's okay. Is paying off national debt and or cutting taxes just not an option then? You could cut taxes. That's one thing you could do, yeah. But the national debt situation, I think people tend not to understand what the national debt is. And to be honest, I only half understand it, but, like, let me just see if I can find what I found before. Here we go. The majority of the U.S. national debt is owned by Social Security, the Federal Reserve, and foreign investors. Yeah, like, yeah. Who does the U.S. owe 31.4 trillion? So if you were to pay down that 31.4 trillion, who actually gets paid? Let's see here real quick. Yeah. All right. Debt held by the public stands at 24.64 trillion. This represents treasury bonds, notes. Okay, yep. Remaining debt is intergovernmental holdings. This is debt the government owes itself. Federal trust funds invest in treasury securities, thereby lending money to the treasury. Yeah. So, like, basically, various departments of the government owe other departments of the government money. So it's like, listen, you want to pay off that debt, go ahead. You're just shuffling money around within the government. Oh, and by the way, this is another part of why I don't buy the whole "we investigated ourselves and found nothing to be wrong," like that kind of snark. That's not a real criticism, because each all the parts of the government, they're not one big monolith. They don't operate as a monolith, right? That isn't how things work. When one government agency investigates another government agency, they're not actually on the same team. Not really. And so the whole like pretending like it's all just one giant block called the government, and therefore you can't trust when they investigate themselves. There's always going to be some corruption, but it's not anywhere near the amount that libertarians think there is. They operate as enough of a model to matter. No, they fucking don't. Like, how dumb can you? Okay, no, Highland Jiggle, that's actually stupid. That is stupid. Here's why. Ron DeSantis defying the federal government at every fucking opportunity as the leader of the state government of Florida. All right, if they operated as a monolith, why in the fuck would that be happening? All right, happens all the time. Because you have devolved powers and the state governments have a whole bunch of say, the Senate has a whole bunch of say, all right? It's no, power is not simply concentrated in one place and people are not simply all playing for the same team. No, that's wrong. Let's see here. Don't forget to share that Giga Chad Sentinel comment I DM'd you. I'll take a look at it later, man. Thank you. Seki Jokes for £5. Been binge playing New Vegas, and I'm curious if you ever do a video on its politics. Dude, everyone has done a video on New Vegas's politics. I normally go with House. I mean, I've done like House and NCR a few times. I think I've done each ending at least once, but House and NCR is kind of like the balance for me between the two of them. I think it's worrying that Israel has a lot of influence in the U.S. government and media. I don't think they have nearly as much influence as you think that they have, and also I don't think it's that worrying. No, if it were the case. Hold on. Dev, it depends on who's bankrolling each side. It's all intragovernmental diplomatic proxy wars. Oftentimes, you do get the government has investigated itself and found nothing wrong moments. No, you don't. All right? When people say that, it's because they're just like, my side lost the investigation. It has to be corruption. It could be that you're just wrong. You know, obviously, corruption happens sometimes. All right? V has this view of me that I think that corruption can never happen. No, corruption happens sometimes, but V thinks that everyone and everything at all times everywhere is corrupt, which is just it's dumb, right? It's dumb. And also, by the way, even though he thinks that everyone everywhere at all times is corrupt, the news sources that he pulls, the alt sources that show him a narrative that he prefers, those people aren't corrupt though. All right, like the guy who runs Project Veritas, he's not corrupt. You know what I mean? It's like, well, no, hold on. He's getting paid money. He can also be audience captured, you know? Like Steven Crowder can be audience captured, you know? Any sort of alt media, alt tech person can be audience captured, right? Like even Sargon, much as I like Sargon, I can be as well. It's one of the big reasons why I try to avoid it. The thing is like everyone says we don't take any money from big corporations. We're completely 100% crowdfunded. You know what that means? That means that the crowd holds your leash. And I can make the exact same corruption arguments, is that you will simply do what they want you to do. All right. But the issue is then, is that actually true? Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. It depends on the character of the person involved. For example, if Sargon stood to lose a lot of money at his business, but it meant saying something that he believed to be true, I think he would do it. I know that I would do it. I've lost fucking subs and money and views and all of it saying things that I think to be true that you guys don't like. You know, I think Sargon is that kind of person as well. He would do it. So is V, to be frank. V's that kind of person too. The issue ultimately is that anytime a source pops up that contradicts you, to immediately say corruption. But then when a source pops up that that verifies what you think, to think, oh, this is actually on the level. These guys are pure. They're actually doing the Lord's work. You know, that is, you can't live life like that. I mean, you can, but you just be ignorant. You know, it's dumb. All right. Dev has no idea how innately corrupt the world makes people as they go through life. That's not fucking true at all, dude. Yeah. Dev, you're making an absolute statement that the government literally never pretends to investigate itself. If you think that I'm saying that, you're not listening. All right? You're not listening. So I want you to open your fucking ears right now because I'm going to repeat what I just said. All right? Yes, the government is sometimes corrupt. Sometimes it does just pretend to investigate itself. Yes, that happens. All right? And there are very obvious instances where, like, it's come out years later, oh shit, someone covered this up. It does happen. All right? But when you investigate some things and it turns out, oh, they're actually above board. It turns out everything was actually done correctly. Oh, I read the court documents and oh, this is actually all completely reasonable. It's like, oh, was that corruption? Even though you lost? No, it wasn't. Not everything is corruption. Some things are corrupt. Not everything is corruption. All right? Did you hear me this time? Actually, you know what? That actually leads into my first article. So we should get to the articles, guys. Let's go. Also, thanks for all the donations today, by the way. And also, if you want to support the channel, here's my P.O. box. Mail me some stuff, fellas. Toss it over. Mail it. Write that address down. Send me your boxes of junk, and I'll look at it. Okay. So, for those of you guys who believe that... Actually, here. Dev isn't innocent as a kid straight out from high school. No, actually, because I know that there's corruption. What's actually happening here is that you're so black-pilled and you're so cynical that you think that that gives you a right to ignore all possible analysis outside of, oh, everything's rigged. Everything's rigged. There's no use trying for anything. It's all fucked up. It's all rigged. No. Not everything is corruption all the time. Okay. So listen, guys. Oh, and by the way, you know, there's no insults toward V or Arch or Sargon or anyone else, even though we disagree on this, okay? I don't know if election stuff to argue about this anyways. I did actually mean to oh, I didn't even announce what I was going to announce. We argued for half an hour, didn't even announce it. Okay, listen. Here's the situation, okay? Here's the situation. I'm going to the Minecraft server has returned. TF2 server probably coming in the new year. Maybe even a Project Zomboid server, because I'm loving Project Zomboid. But basically, there's a fella who's helping me out with that stuff. All right? I have some new intros being made, some new music being made. I'm going to keep the same logo and like the same artwork, I think. But basically, there's going to be the channel rebrand is finally coming. I'm also rebranding the gaming channel as well. You know, I'm gonna finally like pull the trigger on some of these rebrands I've been talking about on and off for like the past almost year now. It's time to do them. You know what I mean? What else? What else? There's something else. Oh yeah. After the SIP is done, I'm going to my parents' house for 2 days. I'm visiting them for Christmas. And then next week, after next week's SIP on the 24th, the Sunday SIP on the 24th, I'm going to be visiting Naomi's family till the new year. So I know that I've been off and doing less videos. Like, here's the thing. I'm like, people say, Dev, you're being so lazy. I'm actually not. Like, that Skullgirls video took like oh, hey, Naomi.
I'm invading. Hello, hi.
Did you get breakfast?
Well, technically it's like lunch, but yeah.
Okay, is there some for me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Hi, Naomi.
Hi.
So, how did it go?
It went fine.
Is it done?
Yeah. They got rid of the old tire for me and everything's good. So, yeah.
Oh, nice. We had a flat tire in the car.
Well, it wasn't flat. It was that I somehow ran over a nail.
Oh, what did you get me?
That's breakfast sandwich.
Oh, Naomi bought me a breakfast sandwich. Well, thanks very much.
Oh.
Here, let's like crinkle the wrapper. Yeah. Thank you very much, Naomi. Here, I can even ASMR eating it for you.
Don't be gross.
Yum, yum.
Chad, I'm so sorry.
Um,
Okay, well, I guess I'll leave. Bye.
I mean, you can stay for the articles.
It's up to you.
Here, go eat your food. I'll eat mine. Come back in like 10 minutes. I'm doing some announcements.
Oh, you're just gonna eat?
I'm just gonna eat it. Yeah, what the fuck? It's gonna be cold after we're done.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Okay. Here. Let's eat real quick and then you can join, okay, Naomi? Okay, listen. Here. Here's the situation, guys. This is actually very good. Oh, yeah. Dev slop. Okay, listen. So, after today, right after the sip, I'm going away for 2 days, going to my parents' hometown, and then next week, for about a week, we're visiting Naomi's family. So I will be offline. Now everyone's like, Dev, you're always offline. You never do anything. You're streaming less. You're putting out less videos. Listen, man. Like, it took me a week, maybe about 6 days, of working from when I woke up to when I go to bed on the Skullgirls video to get it out. Like, once I was finally done, like, half-assed researching it, and I said, you know what? I'm going to devote myself to this. I'm going to get it done and put it out. I was offline for like a week doing that shit. Okay? So, this idea that I haven't been around, but I've been working on things, right? But I am actually taking a break. Will Dave be around? Dave will be around for a bunch of it. Dave said he'll do a bunch of like solo streams on his own. And I might try to get like to make some videos ahead of time that can like trickle out during the week that I'm gone. However, after I come back in the new year, from January, like during January, I'll start rolling out all the extras, right? The rebrand, the new music, the new artwork. Probably gonna change a few things. There's a few things that I've wanted to do now for like a year that I just haven't done. I'm gonna get it all done. Yeah, the Minecraft server is back. It's probably dead at this point, but at least it's up. Probably get another couple other game servers up too. However, another thing that we have to talk about. Take another bite of this before I do it. Cool. Another thing we have to talk about. Discord is massively cracking down on everything. If you misgender someone, you can get your server nuked now. It's fucking ridiculous, in my opinion. Like, that's ridiculous. But if we want to keep the server around, or have a server, I'm probably gonna have to sanitize it. So I know there are other services, like everyone talks about TeamSpeak, but who the fuck uses TeamSpeak in 2023? It's like a 15-year-old program. People talk about Guilded, but I think I've looked at Guilded. It's kind of a piece of shit, to be honest. Guilded like fucking sucks. I've looked into it. I don't like it. Isn't there like another one that's recent? I don't know. But basically, if we want the Discord community to survive, we gotta sanitize it. In fact, I might even just start a new server. I'm gonna think about it while I'm gone. We'll see. If I do start a new server, I'll make sure to advertise it on the stream so that, because here's the thing, there's a lot of like idlers, and there's also a lot of glowies, and I wouldn't like people who are just in the server to fuck around. I don't mind purging those people. Like, fuck them. I'm not moaning. I'm just eating. Let's see here. Lord Kalen says the majority of the Minecraft community have moved on to a modded server that you set up. Okay, all right. Here's the thing. Due to my laziness, groups of people over the years have moved on from whatever server I set up to their own side servers, and it's just how it is. But I am still going to try and host my own. And there's a guy named Dead Meat who has helped me out quite a bit, who has decided to take over the hosting responsibilities for me because he hosts a bunch of servers for a bunch of people. So I'm going to ask him a few questions probably either during or after my break about some things I want to set up. So yeah, new likely a new server, I think, is probably the best option. Is to just purge the fucking server. Are you leaving? Oh. Just purge the server, start over, I think, unfortunately. Okay. Oh, that's really good. Tidge, there's like 9 years of bad jokes on the Discord server. We should probably just get a new one. Oh man, coffee's good. Don't worry. All the $5 shit will carry over. Hold on. Let's see here. Yeah, what I will do if I do make a new server, and to be honest, I probably will. I will write down the name of every single person who has a lifetime membership, and I'll make sure when you rejoin, you get it back. I'll make sure of it. Let me read those last few supers before we move on to the articles, okay? Let's see. Snardigan, $2. How's life? Pretty good, man. Thank you. Thank you. Hope yours is going to good too. Stephen Bird, $5. Hey, Dev, just finished some black powder coffee sweater weather flavor. I'm enjoying the stream. Well, enjoy, man. Holstein, I don't know enough about the election stuff to argue about this anyways. I'm going to have to do that video, guys. I talked about this with Dave as well. Okay. Everyone jokes with the trucker video. Haha, trucker video jokes. Just wait. Haha, trucker video jokes. Here's my actual goals for 2024. One, I have a series on both Biden and Trump, both of their faults, like all the dumb shit Biden's done, all the Trump indictments. Those videos got to come out in 2024 because it is like if we wait another election cycle, they'll be useless. So I'm gonna do those videos. Trucker's on the list for some time eventually. I want to do a video on the January 6th riots in the Capitol. And I want to do a video on voter fraud and why I thought the 2020 election was rigged and why I don't think so anymore. Those are all huge projects, and they all have to be done next year. So I'll figure them out. Alien Juggalo, $5. You're required to trust Eastern Euros by default, talking about corruption. That part of Earth is full of it by a factor of 30. They truly know it. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is like, V is like, why is it that like Eastern Europeans and Russians are corrupt and Westerners aren't? Is there something different? It's like, yeah, the difference is that we have a better culture. That's just it. Like, sorry, V, but yeah.
Well, wouldn't it be
our culture is better and we're less corrupt as a result?
Wouldn't it be more that we're newer, so we have less old corruption in the wings?
No, because the British aren't nearly as corrupt as well, and neither the French and neither are the Germans. The issue.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What about all the secret societies, Dev?
No. The issue ultimately is high trust versus low trust society. Japan isn't as corrupt, right? And South Korea, though each of these places have their corruption for sure, it is not the same thing as Eastern European corruption, all right, or like African corruption or Middle Eastern corruption, right? The issue ultimately is high versus low trust societies. That's it. That's all it is. Terrace for $20. Thank you very much. With LOTR Return to the King coming out 20 years ago, is it a case of rose-tinted glasses that movies since then haven't achieved the same level of gravitas, or something changed in how Hollywood works? The change is millennial writers. Millennial writers grew up with seeing the spectacle, but they never understood that you had to have a solid base for that spectacle to actually be important. So they just write spectacles and don't write the actual base of the story. That's why like the Marvelization of movies is a fucking problem. All right. Joshua Gilbert, $5. Hour and a half videos are equal to 10 daily minute videos. I love your longer videos. Thanks, man. Thanks very much. I'll do what I can. $2. Please listen to El Bimbo, version 88 by Paul Marat. Okay, I'll copy that and look at it later. Okay. Anything over on Twitch? No. No donations over on Twitch. You fucks. Hey there, Emeraldina. What's up? Okay. Are we ready to go?
I mean, unless you want me to sit on your lap, you have to move.
I know. Dev, should members of Congress be able to hold dual citizenship? No. In fact, I don't like dual citizenship as a concept. I think it's not a very good concept.
You're dumb. That's a dumb take.
No, it makes sense.
Dumb take.
You want people to be loyal to the country that they're actually part, like a citizen of. That's reasonable.
Dumb take.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You're dumb.
I mean, that's not the point here.
You're a Dumbo. Ow.
You okay?
Naomi.
I didn't do anything.
It's your fault.
All right, I'm here to ruin a third stream in a row. Are you ready?
How could you do this to me?
You invited me.
Yeah. Okay, so earlier we were fighting. This is an article that Naomi's not going to have much input in, I don't think.
No.
But earlier we were fighting about like government corruption and institutions, chat, and all this shit. And now we're going to have here. Listen. Chat, before we pull the article up. Okay, dual citizenship may be bad, but what about dual citizenship? I get it stuck. Okay, listen. Listen. Oh, did I get raided? Oh. Who raided me? Dev got raid. Let me refresh. Because sometimes the raid doesn't appear. Oh, X-Ray Girl. Who's X-Ray Girl? I'm sorry, I don't know who you are, X-Ray Girl. But thanks for the raid. I appreciate it.
You're a terrible person.
What the fuck, Naomi?
Listen, don't you know that you have to know every single person who raids you ever? Even
I
if
have
they're just
no
some random
clue.
stranger?
That's X-Ray Girl. Don't you dare say anything, Naomi. I know I can see you oogling her.
They can't see. You didn't have to tell them.
Thanks for the raid, X-Ray Girl. $5, highly in Juggalo. I like your opinion on something. How do you make the I'm leaving if X happens people put their money where their mouth is? They're never gonna. They're never gonna. Hold on. X-Ray Girl should stand on her own versus coming on these disinfo channels. She can stand just fine on her own. Okay, obviously you just got here, John Joe. I've just been fighting with my chat for a half fucking hour because they're retarded and think the 2020 election was stolen. And I'm like, no, guys, you dumb shits. It was not stolen. Disinfo channels, what the fuck is wrong with you? Jesus.
Well, maybe they think it was actually
You
stolen.
need to go drink some bleach. Fuck. Okay, listen. Oh, it's Mark the Cyborg's wife. Oh, cool. No, I'm friends with Mark. He's cool. I didn't know that she was Nerdrotic's producer, though. Oh, damn. Damn. Connections everywhere, dude. Okay. So, anyway, listen. Chat. Give me a yes or no answer, chat. Oh, the construction's really going on downstairs, eh?
Mhm.
Listen to that. You guys probably can't hear, but listen to it go. Okay. Chat. Extra Girl's a foot model on Okay. Chat. Chat, listen to me. How many of you believe that all of the prosecutions, wrong word. All the prosecutions against Capitol rioters in January 6th, that it's all politically motivated. It's not like a fair application of the law. It is attacking Trump supporters for being Trump supporters. How many of you believe that? Yes or no? Dev, you lost like America lost Vietnam. Oh, God. Not a riot, Dev? It's obviously a riot, but here. No? Yes? Here, let's do, you know what? We'll do the poll. We'll do the poll. All right.
Yeah, why wouldn't you just make a poll?
I want to see the yeses or nos float in. It's always fun.
No, just polls are easier. And
Yeah,
they
but-
can just press a button instead of typing out all those
Yes, no,
very
yes, no, no, yes, no, yes, no.
long words.
It's like 50-50, dude. Okay, start a poll. Okay. Is prosecution of Jan 6 rioters...
legit.
Okay.
You don't got a lot of words there.
Is prosecution of January 6 rioters legitimate? Go. We're starting the poll, boys. The election was stolen from Cenk. Didn't Cenk get like less than 1%? All right. Is the prosecution of January 6 rioters? It is about 50-50, guys. Oh, no, no, starting to win. Oh, no, is pulling ahead. No, oh. Ooh, it's tight, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. The no's have it, but just by a few points. Look at those 50-50 hands. See,
See,
this,
isn't this more fun than the yeses and nos?
this is how you know that I'm a centrist community. It is legitimate, but they should only be charged with criminal trespassing, not treason or terrorism. Okay. The poll is rigged. It's rigged. The poll is rigged because people I don't like are voting. All they did was walk around. Yeah, walk around in a place they weren't allowed to walk around in. That's a crime.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Okay. Artemis Fowl accidentally put. Your hands are sweaty.
You didn't have to say that out loud.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus.
Well, you're rubbing them all over me and I'm
Stop.
reacting. Stop!
Stop giving
Stop
the
the
chat
count.
my secrets.
Stop the count. Stop the count. It was mostly peaceful. Recount it. Recount it. Okay, here. Those of you guys who voted no, that it was illegitimate, all right? It's a political persecution, okay? Those of you who voted no, what do you think of this article? Let's read it. Shut up, Microsoft. No, go away. The Supreme Court will hear a case that could undo Capitol riot charge against hundreds, including Trump. Oh, guys. What do you guys think of this? Here, I'm going to read the article, and then we're going to talk about it real quick. The Supreme Court on Wednesday said it will hear an appeal that could upend hundreds of charges stemming from the Capitol riot, including against former President Donald Trump. The justices will review a charge of obstruction of an official proceeding that has been brought against more than 300 people. See, someone already says big if true, good. Hold on. I thought you guys didn't trust American institutions. Why are you trusting the Supreme Court now? Oh, this is totally good, guys. What the fuck? Okay. I guess I was right when I said that you only trust institutions when they give you results you like. All right.
Isn't that most people?
It shouldn't be. Like, it's very Voschian of you guys, but okay. The justices will review a charge of obstruction of an official proceeding that has been brought against more than 300 people. The charge refers to the disruption of Congress's certification of Joe Biden's 2020 presidential election victory over Trump. Does that mean the truth has come out? See, look. How do you know? You can't trust the courts, guys. You already said that. God. Okay. That's among 4 counts brought against Trump in special counsel Jack Smith's case that accuses the 2024 Republican presidential primary frontrunner of conspiring to overturn the results of his election loss. Trump is also charged with conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding. The court's decision to weigh in on because Trump put in 3 people. What are you talking about? Okay. But thank you for the $2. Okay. No solid slug. It's not you want to win, but you want your enemies to lose. Isn't that a bit hypocritical? No. What I'm talking about is it should be the same rules for both sides. All right? Anyway. The court's decision to weigh in on the obstruction charge could threaten the start of Trump's trial, which is currently scheduled for March 4th. The justices separately are considering whether to rule quickly on Trump's claim that he can't be prosecuted for actions taken within his role as president. A federal judge already has rejected that argument. So yeah, basically Trump is saying that he has blanket immunity because he was president at the time to do whatever he wants, which is like obvious bullshit. Just to be clear, Tricker Video 2024 plus 1 day, Holt Snyder.
Tricker Video 2040.
A lawyer for Trump didn't immediately return a message seeking comment on the Supreme Court's decision to review the charge. The Supreme Court will hear arguments in March or April, with a decision expected earlier this summer. The obstruction charge, which carries 20 years behind bars, is among the most widely used federal charges brought in the massive federal prosecution following the deadly insurrection, it is a bit much, on January 6, 2021, when a mob of Trump supporters stormed the Capitol in a bid to keep Biden, a Democrat, from taking the White House. I don't distrust the courts, I distrust the media. Okay. Well, there we go. We'll don't worry. I have the court documents for this too, so we'll look it over. At least 152 people have been convicted at trial or pleaded guilty to obstructing an official proceeding, and at least 108 of them have been sentenced. A lower court judge had dismissed the charge against Joseph Fisher, a former Pennsylvania police officer, and 2 other defendants, ruling it didn't cover their conduct. The justices agreed to hear the appeal filed by lawyers for Fisher, who is facing a 7-count indictment for his actions on January 6th, including the obstruction charge. Okay. The other defendants are Edward Jacob Lang of New York's Hudson Valley and Garrett Miller, who has since pleaded guilty to other charges and was sentenced to 38 months in prison. Miller, who is from the Dallas area, could still face prosecution of the obstruction. Here's the thing, right? If you plead guilty, like, you're fucked already. Like, you said, I did it, lock me up. well, I guess you're gonna get locked up. Okay.
I have a question that's fully unrelated, like more or less unrelated. Why are prison sentences like baby ages? Why don't they just say 2 years and a few months instead of saying 38 months?
I think it's because they're very like you don't just go away for 2 years. You go away for like precise amounts.
2 years and however many months it is.
I don't know, man.
I don't under. Why is it like
Maybe
baby
maybe it's
ages?
because they have like let's say you have like 4 charges and they each have like 8 months, 17 months, 6 months, 5 months, and then you have to add it all up. You just say the number of months because it's easy.
I guess.
16 shekels. Thanks, man. Are you gonna do something about the completionist? Yes, I am gonna talk about that, but not today. Okay, hold on. Real quick. Trying to find something. Where is it?
Well, 2 years since jail sounds scary too.
Yeah. Can I find it?
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a thing. I can't find it right now. It doesn't matter. Okay, here we go. Defense attorney Kira Ann West, who has represented several January 6 defendants charged with obstruction of official proceedings, said the courts will have to undo a whole bunch of cases and adjust many sentences if the Supreme Court rules in their favor. This is a watershed day in our world, defense lawyer world. This is huge. So basically, this charge will affect if this case goes through the way that the pro-Trump people want it to go through. This will affect hundreds of cases, even some that have already been sentenced. So this is a big deal. West represents a man scheduled to be tried in early January on charges including the obstruction count. She doesn't yet know if she will seek a delay. Okay, so the problem is that most people protesting on the left weren't prosecuted. They were charged to be totally legit. Oh, I agree with that whole scenario. Like the option, the solution is charge everyone who was at January 6th and also charge all the BLM rioters too. All right. I don't like how a lot of them were let off because of like shitty regional prosecutors who didn't do their fucking jobs. I agree. Okay, hold on. All right. Yeah,
Merry
so like
Christmas to you too, Stug.
Merry Christmas. Okay, here we go. See, so like if you search this article, you'll get like, they'll hear the case. All right. Yeah. Didn't the insurrectionists on January 6th also threaten the SCOTUS? People are talking about this, right? I can't wait until 2025. And the Purge. If they appeared in the Democrats' podium today, they're gone. So, like, people are posting this article and kind of going wild about it. Like, there's some that are just reposting the article. But there are some people who are actually, like, saying some crazy shit, right? And there's another version of the article. Like, here. I will find the headline. It's from AP. Nope. Okay. I'm searching on this. People who are posting on fucking X. Dude. I fucking hate X. Fuck Elon Musk for changing it to X. Yeah, so you got like Disclosed TV, right? Just in, the U.S. Supreme Court will hear. This is how people hear this news. Okay, the article that I just read to you. Here's how most people are absorbing that news. U.S. Supreme Court will hear a case. It's about time. Disband the corrupt DOJ. Prosecute the people who set up January 6th. All right, took them 3 years. This is a huge development. This is amazing. Oh my God, the manufactured January 6th hoax. Oh my God, like everyone's going. It's like, dude, okay. So, what happens is, you have a bombastic headline with a story. No one reads the story. The headline goes viral. People have crazy fucking takes on the internet. All right, like crazy. Hold on, actually, I want to see something real quick. Yeah, let me just figure this out. Okay, if I just go to engagements, quotes. Because the quotes are always fucking crazy, dude. Like, yeah. Free the January 6 hostages. Like, we're winning, guys, we're winning. The leftist tears will fill the pool. You know? Like, the only riot was by paid bad actors. Everyone who was bad there was paid, okay. You know? Like, justice will prevail. Who could have guessed it? Oh my God. All right, so like this is the most pivotal case the Supreme Court has ever heard. Like everyone's going nuts about this, right? Who will follow the Constitution and free the political prisoners? So like, listen. People are going wild over this, right? Now, let's see the actual case. Here's the actual case, okay? United States of America versus Garrett Miller. This is the actual case. Actually, I'm going to really quickly get the name of the judge up. Is it here? Yes, it is. Okay. I got the judge. All right. Here's the judge. First of all, here's the judge, Carl J. Nichols. Okay. And he was appointed by Trump in 2019. Here's the case we're talking about. In March 2022, Nichols ruled that Garrett Miller, one of the defendants criminally charged in connection with the 2021 U.S. Capitol attack, could not be charged with obstructing Congress's certification of the 2020 presidential election without a showing that Miller had tampered with official documents or records as part of the attack. His ruling is contrary to those of all 7 other U.S. District Court judges who had considered the same issue, and it may affect up to 275 similar criminal prosecutions. Yep. The difference of opinion between Nichols and the other judges may lead to the issue being resolved on appeal or by petition to the U.S. Supreme Court. So, all right, this guy, in judging this case that we're talking about, he went against 7 other judges. And his reasoning is that the defendant, Garrett Miller, had not tampered with official documents or records as a part of the attack. Okay? So, why is that important? Let's see here. Here's this is the description of the event. Okay. Background, here's what happened, okay. Here's how the law reads, okay? This is obstruction of an official proceeding and aiding and abetting, the same. This is the law. Okay. Whoever corruptly alters, destroys, mutilates, or conceals a record, document, or other object, or attempts to do so, with intent to impair the object's integrity or availability for use in an official proceeding. So this means if you are obstructing an official proceeding, if there's a document or a record or something that's going to be used in that proceeding, and this guy shows up and like rips it up or destroys it. Okay? However, there's the second part. He or otherwise obstructs, influences, or impedes any official proceeding or attempts to do so. So, the first half of the law says destroying a document that is needed in an official proceeding. The second half of the law says physically interfering in the official proceeding. So, this judge, where is he? Did I?
Doesn't say physically.
Well, no, but like otherwise obstructs, influences, or impedes. Like that means showing up. Like, yeah. Okay. So this guy, when he says here, Miller had not tampered with official documents or records as part of the attack, he is literally ignoring the second half of the law. All right? If you want to talk about judges and corruption, ignoring the second half of the law as is written for a political reason, that is more evidence of corruption than anything that I've seen out of the rightoids who are like, it's all corrupt, they're all coming after us. Ah! This is more evidence of corruption. All right? This is more. Okay, so basically, Miller's motion to dismiss. Here's basically his arguments. Let's find them. Here we go. Where is it? It was page. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So Miller's first argument is that the congressional certification of the Electoral College was not an official proceeding. So his argument that this judge, by the way, accepted is that, yeah, they're counting the Electoral College votes for the new president. That's not an official proceeding. What the fuck? What the, like, how can you possibly say that with a straight fucking face? Okay? So, in this law here, an official proceeding means a proceeding before Congress. A proceeding is in a particular thing done, a fair transaction, negotiation. Yep. Obviously, the certification of the Electoral College is a particular thing done before Congress. It is obviously an official proceeding. This argument is retarded. All right? And I can't believe the judge let this fly. Okay? The second argument is that Miller's alleged conduct does not fit within the scope of the section. So he argues that the obstructing charge, it does not make criminal his alleged allegations on January 6th. In order to assess the merits of this challenge, the court must determine what conduct it prohibits and whether Miller's alleged actions fall within the prohibition. applying the traditional tools of statutory interpretation. Do I still have coffee? I do. Oh, I can sip on it.
I like how you got distracted so easily.
I got a drink, man. I got a drink. Okay, so Dev, you're in favor of the institution, or are you against this? And no, listen here. Institutions can be corrupt, but I need proof of it, and the proof can't simply be my guy lost. All right, show me something like this, where a judge is clearly going against the written law, without any sort of reason, and I'll believe you. All right, show me something like this. Okay, so. In order to assess the merits of the challenge, the court must determine if the conduct, what conduct the obstruction prohibits, and whether Miller's alleged actions fall within the prohibition. Applying the traditional tools of statutory interpretation, text structure, and development of statute over time, the court concludes 3 readings of the statute are possible and 2 are plausible. Okay, so basically, here, so whoever corruptly alters, destroys, mutilates, or conceals a record, this is the first half, and then otherwise obstructs, influences, or impedes any official proceeding, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 20 years or both. So, Miller is charged with violating only subsection 2. He says, I didn't destroy a record. He's not being charged with destroying a record. He's being charged with subsection 2, which is what the fucking judge ignored. Which is why, by the way, if you go back to the judge again, see? His ruling is contrary to 7 other U.S. District Court judges who had considered the same issue. Why is it that this one fucking dude I clicked on something accidentally. Why is it that this one fucking dude decided, look, I'm not going to look at the part of the law that I don't like. This is more evidence of corruption than anything that rightoids have shown me so far. All right? So anyway, basically, the court the court doc here has to outline that reading this alone is linguistically awkward. That's because of the adverbial use of the word otherwise. Because whoever corruptly otherwise obstructs, influences, or impedes any official proceeding, like you can't really read that. So the way that this law was interpreted is that these have to be together, but they don't. Which is like, no, these are 2 different charges. Just that it uses the grammar of the first charge with otherwise. Like,
wait, why would they assume they have to be together? If you read both of them together, it's obvious they don't have to.
Because it makes sense.
But
so yeah. So yeah. So if you actually read it properly, it says whoever corruptly obstructs, influences, or impedes any official proceeding or attempts to do so. Like, very clearly, what they're charging him with is under subsection 2, right? And the judge simply ignored that. I'm hitting Naomi for doing bad things, and you deserve it.
I'm never bad ever.
Yep. So yeah.
I see you disagreed.
This goes on. All right. This goes on, and it's basically like having to describe this obvious fucking bullshit. So this is one of those cases where it's like, oh, this court case that everyone's like, it's gonna change everything on Twitter. Oh my god, the libs are finally wrecked. We're gonna finally win. Hundreds of cases will be overturned. Hundreds of cases. You know what it depends on? It depends on the fact that one judge, this guy, went against the ruling of 7 other judges by saying that, oh yeah, I'm going to ignore this. I'm going to only look at this and say that because he didn't actually destroy a document, he has to be innocent. That is the big fucking silver bullet gotcha that in the current news cycle, Trump supporters are hoping will destroy all the cases against them.
Okay, so
this is fucking retarded, guys.
Life is retarded.
Every time, I want to point this out. Every time I look up a court case, people are like, "This is the one, dude. Look at this evidence. You're blind. You're blind to the corruption. We finally got. Look at this." I look at it, and it's fucking bullshit. Every time.
Okay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't actually bother to pay attention to the Capitol riots because that's your job.
You
just give me information.
That's fine, yeah.
But okay, so at the Capitol riots, what happened? Like, What
So
were they? What did they disturb?
so the Senate was counting the electoral college votes,
Yes, I know what that is.
and they
Yeah.
were doing the final thing to like certify that Joe Biden won the election.
Yes.
And outside there were a bunch of Trump supporters who were rioting in front of the Capitol building, and they were like, so in some instances they forced their way in. In other instances, the cops just opened the door and let them in, and it's because they were massively undermanned.
Yeah.
Um,
But both of those are bad.
yeah, and the Capitol had to be evacuated because there were like a bunch of the. So here's the thing: a whole bunch of rioters
Mhm.
just like dumbly walked in. It's like, oh, this place is really cool. I've never been in here before, and they're like wandering around being stupid. A few of them started looting things. Some people like one guy stole like the podium from the
Okay.
fucking chamber.
Oh yeah, no, I remember
Yeah.
that. Okay, yeah, that's obviously a
Like
criminal offense.
Baked Alaska was in like Nancy Pelosi's office, like playing with her phone and shit, and he was like streaming from it, like,
Oh
and
yeah, I
it's like
remember that
so
too.
stupid, right?
Yeah.
But lots of people, they were just wandering around. All right.
Yes.
However, there, and those of you who disagree with this, you're coping. There were actually like a group of people who ran in and they were trying to find senators, and they actually had a plan to like kidnap a senator and try to do something. And these people are like getting hardcore fucked, and they should be getting hardcore fucked. But there, most people, they should only frankly be charged with trespassing.
Yeah.
Because they simply walked around.
That makes sense.
But there are some people who actually were violent, and they were a minority, and they are the ones that like the left is hyper focusing on, saying they were all like that. They're obviously not all like that, but none of them should have been there in any case.
No, yeah, because like they weren't allowed in because I assume no one's allowed in while people are counting votes.
Hold on, people are saying
because
you
of...
didn't steal the car. Are you fucking kidding me? You know, no one's allowed in when they're counting votes. Obviously,
Yeah.
like it's ridiculous. Okay, okay, are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Yeah, wasn't there like I remember this because
Dude,
there was images
the guy like
and
fucking
stuff.
walked out with it. Look at this shit. He didn't steal it, dude. Like, I got it, baby.
Listen, I understand wanting to steal that lecture, and I probably would have stolen it.
Yeah. Pull up video evidence of rioting. Are you fucking serious? Are you kidding me? Okay, hold on. Okay, dude, like, do you think them breaking a window and fucking going through it is not rioting? Like, this is not a riot? I mean, they weren't allowed to be here, by the way, but they were all here.
Okay, well, if no one's doing anything violent at this moment, it's not a riot. And then we proceed to breaking windows, which then makes it a riot.
Yeah, now it's a riot because now you're breaking windows and you're going in. We're not allowed to be. All right. So listen, every single person who did this deserves to get fucked by the courts.
Well,
because now, because now you're breaking windows and you're breaking and entering. Yeah.
But we all also hate the government, so
I don't. I don't really care.
That's because you're an anarchist.
I don't. Wait, hold on.
No,
I'm an anarchist because I don't hate the government.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, this is very clearly breaking and entering. Yeah. Oh my god, they broke a window. Holy freaking crap. Look at this guy. Oh my god, they broke a window. Holy freaking crap. Oh, okay. No, fair enough. Fair enough, right? Fair enough. Okay. Wait. Just wait. Okay. Okay, yeah, I understand. Right? I understand. Yeah. Oh, what's this? What's this, guys? Oh, is it Black Lives Matter breaking windows? Oh, they didn't break a window. Who cares, right? Who cares? Oh, it's not a big deal. Oh. Oh, guys. Oh. Oh. Who cares, right? Who cares? It's only breaking windows. No. The double standard that you fucking have is so stupid. All right? It's retarded. Retarded double standard. If you're actually like, this is totally fine, dude, but the BLM guys need to be fucking like, look at this. No, this is violent. Like, this is not the police letting them in. This is the crowd fighting the police. Look at that. The crowd fighting the police. Yes. No. All right? If you dislike what happened with the Summer of Love 2020, you must object to this. It's as simple as that. This is not the police let them in. The police let them in. The police let them in. Where's the cops letting them in this one?
Well, not in that one, but I'm sure in a couple of places.
Oh no, in some of them there were. Yes, there were.
Sure, I'm sure in a line like that being backed by like that many people, like some cops are just like, I don't fucking get paid enough for this here. Just fucking go, leave me alone. I'll get fired if I have to.
Yep, that's how it was. Yeah. So look at this. Dev, I don't care about government buildings. Exactly. That's the point. Was it Maj Jin? That's the point, dude. Is that you're saying I have a double standard, and I'm allowed to have it because I care about X and I don't care about Y. That is the same logic the left uses. that they care about Y and they don't care about X. Look, see, it's gone from it was peaceful, it was fine, everything was okay, they're being persecuted, to I don't even care about politicians' safety. Like, you've now moved the goalpost. You understand this, right?
Yeah.
So no, this idea of it was peaceful, we're all innocent. Oh no, you're retarded. You're just as bad as BLM. I do not need to do anything to fucking to coddle you guys or to appeal to you. No. If you think that was good, you're a retard. You're morally deficient. Wait. So when the left does it, it's okay? No, it's not. That's the point, is that it's not. Can you even fucking, like, can you hear what I'm saying? It's bad when both do it. BLM 2020 was bad, and January 6th was bad. It was bad. Do you understand? It was bad. How many more times do you need me to say it? It was bad. Can you fucking hear me? Dev, we recorded of how the violence started. You can't be lazy about this anymore. The cops fired gas and rubber bullets into the crowd before they started tearing things down. Yeah, good. Get the fuck out. All right? You're already trespassing. You should be removed with force. All right? They should have done that, and they should have done it for BLM. All right? The minute there was a fucking riot on the street in 2020, the cops should have been out in force with weapons, clearing them out. And that's how it had to be on January 6th as well. Yeah. Anyway. Dev complains chat isn't listening. I am listening to chat, but chat's retarded.
Wait, I wanna comment on something that flew by. So.
Oh wait, Tidge is leaving. Tidge, you fucking traitor.
Bye, Tidge. If someone lets you into a private premises that they technically have authority over, but also technically don't, is that
still? What do you mean?
Well, no, like with the cops, like letting people in, like if a cop was just like, "Here, go in this building," that I technically, don't own or anything.
Yeah.
But should those people still be charged with trespassing?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of have
so,
an opinion too, because like if a security guard is like, let's just say like guarding your mansion. I know none of us will ever have mansions, but guarding your mansion, and the security guard's just like, oh, there's like 80 of you here. I don't get paid enough for this. Here, go into this mansion and like just wander around. Like those people should still get charged with trespassing, even though the security guard let them in, right? Yeah. That makes logical sense to me.
He only pays attention when it aids his point. There's many of you, right? And most of the things that you say are stupid. All right. Be evil back. I'll just oppose both of you. All right. Here's the thing. If the left wants to be evil and the right wants to be evil in retaliation, I'll simply say you're both evil and not side with either of you. I'm not going to fucking side with one because the other's evil. Fuck you.
You should respond to Solid Slugs.
Where is it?
Because it wasn't technically public property.
It's public
at the
property,
moment,
though.
Right?
Well, no, it is public property. Oh, no, hold on.
No. Like during the vote, it technically it is. But like no one was allowed in.
Okay, here's the thing about public property, right? If like your local town hall, it's public property because it's owned by the government. But if it says like, listen, we're only open from like 9 to 5, doesn't mean you can break in at 2 a.m. All right, like there are reasonable restrictions on when you can access public property, and when the office is closed for the day, that's one of them, obviously, right? When there's an official proceeding, like here, a courtroom is public property. You cannot barge into a courtroom whenever you want, and you shouldn't be able to. Like, something being public property, therefore I can like bust through a window and get in there. Not an excuse. That's retarded. Here's the thing. The two people that didn't get jail time and only charged $500 fine for burning down a Wendy's during the Atlanta riots. Here's the thing. I agree, right? Like here. If your argument is that they didn't prosecute the left enough during their riots, yes, I agree. Of course. The solution is that they need to be prosecuted. All right? That's the solution. I'm not going to suddenly say, oh, it's good when the right does it now. No. Like, what the fuck? No, that's stupid. So anyway. Point of this is, whenever a story like this comes up, it's finally gonna happen, guys. We'll finally be vindicated. It's finally happening. I've been watching these events. People have been linking them to me. I've been looking them up, and it's almost always some fucking bullshit. And it's like, okay, all right, sure, dude. Here, let's see the
All
super
right, are we
chats.
good?
I'm looking at the super chats related to this conversation. I want to see them.
Okay.
Well, I want to answer them now while the conversation's still going on, right?
I like how I suggested you did that when you first started doing the sip, and you're just like, nah, and now you've done it.
Yeah.
Like how I'm right, literally.
Fine, I won't do that. Fuck you. Fuck you. I won't do that. Fuck you. You know what?
Listen, just
Beatings.
let me be right,
Beatings.
Dev. Let me
Beatings.
be right
Beatings.
about everything all the time, because I am.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. Let's see. The problem is that most people protesting on the left weren't persecuted. I agree. I completely agree with you, Holzner. Yeah, thanks for $5. Holzner, $2. As long as we can Minecraft the progs. I don't. What the fuck are you talking about? But okay. Tricky Mario. What do you think about people who complain about Rupert Murdoch's media empire? I don't really care about it, as I don't care about other empires. I don't really care either, to be honest. Okay.
The world is full of small empires.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
And big ones. Holzner, $5. Do you have my pop? I'm all out. Is there any water? Grab my water, Naomi.
It's my water.
I gave you that water from yesterday. It's mine. Give me the water bottle. Hold on. Okay.
Jesus.
The problem is that since BLM was let off for burning down cities, the other side is justified in doing almost anything. No, it's not. All right. That means that we need to prosecute the other side harder. All right. I'm still going to oppose both of you. Period. All right. Artemis Fowl, $10. Just being on Capitol grounds is not obstructing a proceeding. Stop making novel interpretations of their arguments. No, listen. When they entered into the fucking building, they obstructed the proceeding.
Yeah.
All right.
If you're not allowed in a place that's doing a thing, and then you enter the place, that's impeding whatever they're doing because you're not allowed in there.
And here's the thing, right? Like when you look at some of these pictures, like not the window,
not the lectern,
not the lectern. January 6th. Yeah. Like they said that they've prosecuted 300 people, right? 300. Where's like a?
You had a good one.
Yeah, like here, like this is more than 300 people, right? And most of these people didn't get charged anything. The reason that it's been 300-ish charges, because those are the ones who actually went into the building.
Yeah.
All right? And that's the point. And that's what should happen. Yeah. They got video of them walking around inside, hit them with trespassing. They got video of them, like, breaking through windows, hit them with fucking breaking and entering. Slap them with those charges. They fucking deserve it. All right? But most of these people, no, they're just left alone because they didn't go inside. If you're just, like, here, then it's fine.
Yep.
Okay, let's keep reading. Rust is 0 because Dev disagrees with the ruling. The judges could be corrupt. Everything else is justifying in cope. Eh? No, I actually outlined to you why I disagree with it, and that's the important part. It's not I disagree with it because it doesn't serve my political end. No, it's like, oh, here's the logic. Here's what other judges said. Here's what the actual text of the law is, and here's what he was leaving out. I actually gave you. I laid out the reason. It's not politically motivated. All right. Artemis Fowl, $5. Dev, was the January 6th committee corrupt for hiding exculpatory evidence from defense attorneys and then destroying that evidence when given a subpoena? Yeah, probably, actually. I remember hearing about that, is that some of the evidence was destroyed, and that's no good either, right? Like, those people should also have the book thrown at them.
Yep.
Yeah. Holzner, $5. Why would you assume corruption when it could be incompetence? You're coming to a conclusion using circumstantial evidence. I mean, that's true. It could be that judge is horrifically incompetent, in which case he should be removed.
Either way, he's either corrupt or incompetent and probably shouldn't be a judge anymore.
And he should get the fuck out. Hold on. Dev, a guy on Tim Pool's podcast months ago was prosecuted for attending on Capitol steps and taking pictures. Oh, I know about that. Tell me the name. Post the name of the guy in chat. I know which one you're talking about. Go ahead. Post the name of that guy in chat.
Keep reading while we're waiting.
Okay, hold on. I'll put this over here so you can watch out for the name from Apple's Ghost.
Sure.
Or post the name. Okay. Let's see here. Jasso Havens for $5. The Trump crowd is just coping and seething at this point. It's like, guys, if you want to watch an actually reach the shore, you got to ditch the sinking boat. The name, your mom.
Yes. Obviously.
Thank you very much for the donation. Wolfsbane, $2. It was mostly peaceful protest. That's funny.
It was peaceful until it wasn't.
C. Thomas, $5. While I still think 2020 was rigged, the people believing all the riots are innocent is as goofy as those who want all rioters tried for insurrection. Yeah, well, obviously wasn't innocent. Like, obviously.
I got a Mike
'Kay.
Hawk and a Mike Hawk. You guys gotta agree on the spelling.
There was a video of a guy like sprinting through the halls trying to like catch a senator, and he ended up having like zip ties on him. It's like, this is not all fucking innocent, you dumb shits. All right. Artemis, yep, we have recordings of how the violence started. You can't be lazy about this anymore. The cops fired gas and bullets into the crowd. Yeah, justified. Get them out of there. Clear them out.
You already responded to that one.
Nitrique for €10. At least admit they were better by taking their complaint to the good place instead of burning some 9-to-5 car that isn't really the problem. I actually agree with that. Yeah, like if your problem's with the government, protest the government, right? Yep. If your problem is the government, protest the government. The BLM people who just burnt down random fucking businesses, they just wanted an excuse to loot. They were just looters. They're disgusting people, and they should be fucking put down. All right.
Yep.
But when it comes to like same with the truckers, right?
Yep.
At the very they protested the wrong government because it was mostly provincial,
yep.
but they still protested the government.
Yep.
All right. And that is one thing you can say. Like when it comes to people revolting against the government, for all the talk the left does, it's always the right that does it. Apple's Ghost. You're not telling Apple's Ghost. Tell me the name of the guy.
He hasn't posted it yet.
Dev, a guy on Tim Pool's podcast months ago was prosecuted for setting on Capitol steps, taking pictures. Tell me the name of the guy. Tell me the name of the guy. Hylian Juggalo, $10. It is okay, 100% okay to forego row when your opponents have done so for a fucking decade. Is it good? No, I don't like it. No, but you don't pit a kitten against a bear. Be evil back. Like I said, no. You want to be evil back? That's your prerogative, but I'm not going to support you. I'm not on your side. I'm not on your side if you're going to be evil back. I'll just oppose you as well. I am on the team that opposes evil. Thank you very much. Pretty easy for me to be on, frankly. Let's see here. Artemis. Court already ruled that waving protesters in makes trespassing invalid. Show me that court ruling, please. I must have missed it. But I do want to see it. Also, the fences were the demarcation line for off limits. The cops shot them before they even started touching the barriers. Clear them out. Also, clear them out.
Mark Daga makes a good point. You did say crowd outside. It's okay for them to be here, but then you're just like, clear them out. Get them out of the fucking. Well, you can't say both.
Clear them out. Here's the thing: if there was some area that was outside that weren't allowed to be in, then yeah, clear them out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You be more specific in your language, Dev.
Okay. I don't fucking remember, Dev. You should ask Tim Pool. Okay, that's fine. Because Give me just a second. Oh man,
Yeah, I think it's gonna take you a little bit of research to find that. For taking pictures.
Oh yeah. Because I know this story, and you're wrong about it. What was his fucking name? No, not him.
He lives in Dev's walls.
I'll read the chats in a minute. Hold on. Just wait. Oh, fuck, I can't find it. Shit.
Well, of course you're not going to be able to find it.
I have it saved away in a file somewhere, but...
Yeah, you have like 8 million files.
Yeah.
Guys, it's going to take them like 20 minutes to find it, so we're just going to move on to something else.
Hold on. Was it this guy? No, fuck, I can't find it. Yeah. Oh yeah, here. Okay, here. I can't show it to you right now, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Basically, there was a guy who didn't even go into the building.
Yep.
Oh wait, was it Owen Schroyer? That could be it. Yeah, InfoWars host Owen Schroyer gets 2 months in prison.
Well, thank you, chat, for not saying the name when we asked you to, but saying it later and me not recognizing that you were.
Yeah, because he was on Timcast a few months ago. Yeah. Okay. Owen Schroyer. Yeah, that's the guy. So listen. Everyone was losing their fucking mind over this, right? Infowars host Owen Schroyer sentenced to 60 days in jail. And people are like, oh my god, dude, this guy's being politically persecuted. He didn't even go into the building. He didn't break anything. He was just standing outside on the Capitol steps. How could you fucking take this guy and throw him in jail? 60 days for just being there? That's ridiculous. That does sound kind of ridiculous, honestly. Yeah,
100%.
So it turns out, it turns out prosecutors charged Schroyer because he had previously signed a deferred prosecution agreement after he interrupted a congressional hearing in 2019 and had agreed as a part of that case not to utter loud, threatening, or abusive language or to engage in any disorderly or disruptive content at any place upon the U.S. Capitol grounds. So, here's the thing.
What a fucking dumbass.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Owen Schroyer, in 2019, already caught a charge for obstructing something else. And as a part of his plea deal for that, he said, okay, I'm sorry, I won't do it again.
Then did it again.
And then he went to the fucking Capitol and did it again. And yeah, he didn't go inside, but he was already violating his fucking agreement.
That's hilarious.
And he's like, it's a political persecution. The deep state is coming after me, guys. The Democrats are like, they're executing their fucking political opponents. Oh my god. No, he did it to himself because he's a fucking retard.
That's hilarious. That's so funny.
Like, no, dude.
No, listen. What did that language say? Is to not have not be loud or violent on loud, threatening, or abusive language on Capitol grounds,
or to engage in any disorderly or disruptive conduct. Yeah,
like you don't have to like be like invading inside or like being like more disruptive than using your voice when it says don't use abusive language
people are
on
saying,
Capitol grounds.
People are saying, he was a reporter? You know what? InfoWars can send a guy who's not on fucking probation to this job this time, okay?
Yeah.
Okay? Okay, here, Apples goes, if I got the wrong guy, that's fine. If you can find the other guy, send it to me. I know that this guy was on Tim Pool, and he was like making a big thing. Oh my god, they're coming after all of us, dude. No, it's your fault. Like, you're retarded. What did he do? He violated the terms of his deferred prosecution. He signed this, and then he violated it. That's what he did. And he absolutely deserves to be thrown in jail for the 60 days. Fuck this retard. Stop jiggling and shaking.
I can't help it.
Stop it.
Well, then stop. Fucking move on already. This has taken like 8 years off of
Let's
my life.
Let's read the super chats.
Yeah.
What's next? Okay. Where is it? Brian Linden, $5. Stop shaking.
Fuck off.
You're just jiggling around. He's just like, here, I'll just shake the mic too. Okay. How did he violate them? By being there. He wasn't allowed to fucking be there. Okay. Anyway. Brian Linden, $5. People that were saying they were let in are not talking about people in those pictures. Except Lantern Guy. He's based and you're wrong. Yeah, like, some people, they were just let in. There was like, the cops were like, listen, we can't hold, there's like 5 of us and there's a billion guys, we can't hold them back, we're just gonna let them in.
Yeah.
And like, that's a failing on the officials part. They should have had more police there, obviously.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, you and me just discussed a different scenario, and we already agreed that they should still be charged with trespassing. So
Yep.
That's just the way it is.
Rusta Zero, Dev, say the funny Tim Pool words. What? The Civil War's coming? I don't fucking know. Real Holsteiner, $5. Your solution that they should both be prosecuted is the correct one, but if you can't have that solution, we will pursue another less optimal one. Well, go ahead, but I'm always going to push for the one that says both should be prosecuted, and I'll keep pushing for that, which means opposing you when necessary. Dr. Diddler, $2. Mostly peaceful insurrection. Artemis, $2. Show the chat. So chat the DM I just sent you. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at the fucking DM. Schizo ass bullshit. Fucking
remembering to, hide your screen.
Yeah.
All your
what is Artemis's DM this time?
So you look at Artemis's, who has like 8 million DMs, but not fucking other people. So I keep telling you should look at.
Show this one. Hold on. Okay, my attorney has just been notified by the FBI. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I want to do this real quick. Just give me a second. Okay. What? I want to look at it later.
No, I understand. I like how you have had computers for much longer than I have, but I keep like teaching you things that you didn't know, and it just always makes me happy when you use
I've known that
skills I taught you.
I knew that before. I just didn't like it.
Nope, you actually didn't, because we had a conversation about it. You didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, see, they won't be, Dev. They will never will be with this current ruling class. That's copium. Okay. Here we go. Let's take a look. We're going to take a look at it. Okay? Let's bring it back. So, judge finds man not guilty in first January 6 acquittal. Okay, so this guy, because he was let in by the cops, he was found not guilty. Okay, so there you go.
I mean,
so hold on. So there were some instances where they were clearly fighting the cops trying to get in. They were breaking windows. Those people found guilty. This guy, apparently because he was at one of the other entrances where the cops just let him in, he was found not guilty. Okay, sure. If that's the standard, yeah. Like, hold on, look at this. Look at this guy. They will never be found not guilty, Dev. They never will be with the current ruling class. Man found not guilty. It's so stupid.
I mean, honestly, I do kind of disagree, but it's fine.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? If this is the standard, that the people who were let in will be found not guilty, fine. But everyone's saying, therefore, no one should be found guilty ever. It's like, nope. Hold on. Oh, a good ruling. Oh, do you trust institutions now? This is a good ruling. Now that the judge has come up with a ruling that I like, now the institutions are based and trustworthy and not corrupt. Yes. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Fuck off. Okay. He found it plausible that Mr. Martin believed the police had let him in and thus had not knowingly gone into the building improperly. Acquitted him of 4 misdemeanors, entering and remaining in the building, disorderly. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean...
Other judges are not bound by Judge McFadden's analysis of Mr. Martin's claims about the police. But in the wake of the acquittal, some defendants facing low-level charges who might otherwise have entered guilty pleas could feel emboldened to go to trial.
I would, yeah. Like, honestly, if I have a judge, like, ruling someone else's case of, like, I did the exact same thing, but I got found guilty and this other guy didn't get found guilty, I would 100% go to court over that.
Yep. Huh. No, they are regaining trust. They're regaining trust because they're doing what I agree with. Okay, this is... Nah. Okay. This guy, yeah. Steve Baker. My attorney has just been... Stop shaking.
Fuck off. Just read the thing.
Stop shaking. You're shaking me too hard. I'm like, I can't even read it because my head's shaking too much. Stop.
Shake your head directly.
I'm going to shake you.
Stop.
Okay. My attorney has just been notified by the FBI that I'm going to be charged by the Justice Department for my journalistic efforts on January 6th after self-surrender on Tuesday. Charges are yet unknown. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. This guy, Steve Baker, what did he do? What did he do? Is it possible to find out what he did yet? Here's the thing, all right? This is obviously a biased source as well. It's like the guy who's being charged. Like, don't trust him either.
Yeah.
But, like, let's see what he did. Three days ago. He has not been made with the charges. Okay, let's see. Far left journalist was John Sullivan was charged of recovering the event. He was charged with obstruction of official proceedings, civil disorder, in the building. Okay, yep, charge. Okay. I was only observing. I followed the crowd. I'm there to document. Some January 6 defendants have tried to use journalism as a riot defense. At least 8 defendants charged in the January 6 riot have identified themselves as journalists or documentary filmmakers. A few people arrested last month.
I'm not talking about Steve Baker.
No, it's not. Other people, yeah. Here's the thing. Yeah. So, the AP had journalists at the Capitol covering the events. And reporters must have credentials to work there. I don't like the idea of just slapping journalists with charges. I think that's bad. If this guy actually did nothing else wrong, I don't think he should be charged, in my personal opinion. I think that's bad.
Well, if no one's allowed in, then the journalists are also not allowed in.
That's true, but if something's already happening, and it has to be documented, right? So the thing is, right, is that, like, with Owen Schroyer, He was violating like something else.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, you're a journalist, but that doesn't mean that you can just like violate something you already signed. Like, InfoWars can send a different journalist to that event, right? It doesn't have to be you, okay? So he deserves it. But if this guy has nothing else going on and they're just charging him for recording and he did nothing but just record the events, I don't like that.
Only because he's a journalist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Hold on. Disruption of proceedings almost shouldn't be a charge at all. It should be encouraged. That's stupid.
Then
That's dumb.
nothing would ever get done.
Yeah.
Everyone would just be disrupting everything, and the government that already takes way too fucking long to make a single decision would take even longer.
That's dumb.
It would be like Germany.
Let's finish up the super chats before we move on to the actual other articles.
You guys gotta stop super chatting so we can finish.
No, super chat more. More super chats. Okay, hold on. Let me refresh it. Did the fire alarm POS get charged with something in a proceeding? He should. He also fucking should. Okay. Q Jar, 10 points. You have fair points, even though I...
10 points.
Oh, 10. Fuck. 10. $10.
Dollary news.
You have fair points, even though I agree with the protests. The worst thing is that these people have been held for 2 years with no trial now. Basically, they fed themselves into a Fed trap. Some of them have been. I've been watching that website that Arch sent me like a year ago of just like people who have been held waiting for trial, and like they've been slowly working through them. You know, it is ridiculously long for some of them. I don't like it, but they are getting to it. Lives in Dev's walls, $5. The real conspiracy is Dev intentionally fighting with chat in order to bring in the suit super chat revenue. Also, hi Nooms.
I already said hi.
Holsnair, $10. It's easy to be on the side fighting evil when it's not your family being threatened. You are entirely reliant on people who are willing to take action while you sit back and preach morality. No, that's not true. I've been in situations where I've had things on the line before and I've still been like, no, I should do the right thing. Which, by the way, I don't necessarily blame you if you don't. Like, if you do something evil because you want to defend your child who's about to die, okay, I understand. I get it, right? It wouldn't be me. I wouldn't blame you for doing that, but it's also not something that I would do. Okay.
That's it. Move on.
That's
move
all
on.
super chats.
Let's move on.
Let's go to the next article.
Jesus.
By the way, I was right about this, and fuck you.
Yeah.
Hitchhiking robot destroyed in Philadelphia, ending cross-country trek.
Who? Why? Was it not accompanied?
Nope. A hitchhiking robot that successfully traveled around Germany, Canada, and the Netherlands was destroyed Saturday in Philadelphia, just a few weeks into its U.S. journey.
Well,
So basically, Hitchbot was...
Wait, no. Hashtag US bad.
Hitchbot was basically programmed to walk around the world, and it got to Philadelphia and was destroyed. It got to Philadelphia, was destroyed, dude. Hold on. Wait. Commissar Dale, $10. Dev is saying both sides are bad in the situation is the same as saying they're equally bad. They aren't, and it's not even close. They actually pretty much are. Yeah. All right. January 6th had a lot of bad shit coming out of it. So did the BLM 2020 riots. No, they honestly, at this point, they are equally bad.
No, we were moving on.
And honestly, I think despite all of Biden's faults, at this point, I would take Biden over Trump. I wouldn't have said that in 2019. I'll say it now. Because Trump, and it's not even the riots. The riots don't really matter, frankly, in terms of that situation. The problem with Trump is that he shows up and he's like, listen, Mike Pence, even though I went through all my appeals, I want you to break the law and completely reject all of the electors that have been sent to me by the states and simply install me as president. And Mike Pence is like, no. And then Trump's like, you're a fucking traitor, Mike Pence. That's ridiculous. All right? That is over the fucking line. The minute that Trump turned around and said, make me president, reject the vote, because he wasn't doing that up until January 6th. He did that. He didn't do that in November. He didn't do it in December. When it came time for Mike Pence to count the vote, he did it. And at that point, I was like, no, this is too far. I don't care if you're mad that you lost. You can't simply say reject the vote, install me. No. Biden, for all of his faults, is better than Trump. Because if Biden lost, he would have said, I lost, sorry. Next time I'll win.
I like how I say all these sane takes in the middle of you having the insane take that I consider insane, and then you eventually come around to my viewpoints anyway. Just listen to my takes all the time. Listen, I told you that Biden was going to be better than Trump because Trump was being stupid. all the time.
Mhm.
Yes. And then you're just like, nah, Trump-based. Love Trump. Want to suck fucking Trump's orange tiny cock.
How fucking long ago was this new? Like 2018, Naomi?
Yeah, and I'm still fucking right.
No, listen. 2018 Trump was funny as fuck.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't mean he was good. Anyway, we're not having this conversation anymore. I also, chat, I need to tell you a secret about the SIP.
Wait, I gotta do the
No, shut up. I need to tell you a secret about the SIP is that most of the articles are really old. Because
Some of
Dev
them-
just finds them.
some of them are, yeah. Brian Linden, $5. People are saying they were let in, or not talking about people in those pictures. Yeah, we were talking about that. Thank you.
Yes, we did.
Ernest Fowl, Steve Baker just exposed Capitol Police for lying on witness stand against Oath Keepers in order to secure conventions. Send me information on that, Artemis. Send it over. I'll put it in the pile of things that I'm going to eventually research.
No, he's not.
You know what?
Ow,
Beatings.
Ow,
Beatings.
ow, that really hurt. Ow.
Oh, sorry. Here, let me just smooch it.
Ew,
I smooched it.
why did you smooch it so grossly?
Anyway, officially TDS? No, listen. Okay, chat. Here's the thing. All right? No, shut up. I'm saying this. If somebody comes in and says, ignore democracy, install me as leader, that person is an automatic 0. All right? Doesn't matter how good. He's done. Fuck him. All right? Trump, for whatever good things he might have done during his term, he went to, frankly, in my opinion, a neutral president to a shit president the minute he did that. All right? Trump, bad. And it's not Trump derangement syndrome. It's not irrational hatred. It's looking at what he did and saying, this is evil. Don't care, still voting Trump? Go ahead. You can still vote for him. Like, it's your right? But no, I'm never getting on the Trump train again. That was too much for me. No. No.
Okay, ignore the chat. Ignore the chat.
$10. Rejecting the vote does not make Trump president. It goes back to the state electors who can decide the votes were correct or not. He didn't tell Pence to make him president. Well, actually, he did. But also, you are correct, is that even if Pence did that, it would send him back to the states. But that's still bad, Artemis. No. You can't just unilaterally reject electors because you don't like them. No. I mean, that would literally be the people voted wrong. They must vote for what I want them to vote for.
I mean, doesn't every politician who wants a seat of power think that, though?
Some of them do, but you can't complain. You can't, do it and then complain that it's happening, right? Like, I don't want the left to do it. I don't want the right to do it. 2020 was clearly Trump wanting to do that, and it was bad. It was bad for that reason. Holzner, $10. What are you talking about? The majority of the left wants to overthrow our country and destroy our history and culture. No punishment for their treachery is too great. No, actually. The majority of the left, even nowadays, they're not like communist revolutionaries. No. The majority of people, frankly, in the States, they're not even political. They're like, you know what? Yeah, it probably should be like some sort of healthcare service, do something for the poor, but for the most part, just leave me alone. That's most people, all right? Most leftists are not actually socialists. They're just the loud, vocal minority online. $5. Jasso Havens. Trump is like the pro athlete that broke his leg and lost a scholarship and spent the rest of his life working in a factory and being an alcoholic. I don't know about that, dude. Okay, let's continue. Here, Hitchbot. Fuck it. Yep. He died.
I actually remember that story when it first came out. It just made me sad.
Yeah. Riz is Oxford 2023 word of the year.
I fucking knew.
The word means style, charm, or attractiveness, or the ability to attract a romantic or sexual partner.
Riz.
Are you rizzed up, guys? Riz, a shortened version of charisma, is the word of the year 2023. Wait, hold on. It'll be fun watching you go completely and utterly insane next year. Listen, if Trump wins 2024, I'll be like, yeah, okay. Sure.
Listen.
I'm gonna go insane over it. I just don't like him.
Listen, if Trump...
I'm not like some leftoid who's losing it, screaming, no! No, I'm not that. What the fuck's wrong with you? Get out of here.
I have a prediction.
You're a dumb shit.
I have a prediction. If Trump wins 2024, I think the U.S. is gonna have a civil war.
I don't know about that.
I do, actually.
I don't think so.
Considering how many people, hate Trump, on the far left, you know? Listen, I'm in Canada, and I have people who just talk to me, and they hate Trump. They hate him. Yeah. I think the U.S. will have a civil war if Trump wins.
In 2016, there was people who hated him too. It didn't happen. No,
yeah, but no, if he gets elected as president again after last time, civil war. I'm telling you right now.
Okay, here's when the civil war happens. If Trump gets elected in 2024, and then when 2028 comes down, he just refuses to step down, then you'd have a civil war, legitimately.
I mean,
Because at that point, he would actually be stepping over the line, like, legally, again.
I mean, yes, but, you know,
Yeah.
I think my theory is still
Artemis Fowl,
correct.
$10. No, Dev, it isn't bad. It's part of the system, Dev. No, it's not. The mechanism already available. It was impossible, Congressman. Okay. I recall, very specifically, Mike Pence examining it and saying, I can't do this legally. All right? So, no, it's not part of the system.
Okay, can we just talk about how Riz beat out Swifty,
Okay,
please?
what the fuck is Swifty?
I'm a Taylor Swift fan.
That's stupid. Of course it would. Okay.
But listen, there's
Riz,
so many.
Riz beat out a slew of other popular words, including Swifty, which is... Wait, yeah, how did Taylor Swift come back? Because she was, like, big 10 years ago, now she's big again today.
Yeah.
What happened?
Good music.
Okay, I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, it's only,
Okay, fine. Not necessarily good, catchy.
Catchy, yeah, there we
music.
Oxford's official definition of Riz is style, charm, or attractiveness, or the ability to attract a romantic or sexual partner. It can also be used as a verb, such as to riz up a person, which means to attract, seduce, or chat them up.
Yep.
All right. Kai Cenat popularized Riz in 2021. Yeah. So here's the thing. Kai Cenat has popularized a lot of Zoomer lingo. Like,
So is he just Zoomer Shakespeare?
kind of. Yep. he also popularized get. That became a word. Yep.
I hate the word get.
Shaking
Not for anything
your
it represents.
for the
I just hate how
You're
it
so
sounds.
scambady. You're a phantom tax.
Shut the fuck up.
I just wanna be your Sigma.
Ew. All of that was gross. All of that was gross.
Yeah. I have no riz whatsoever. English actor Tom Holland said, I have no riz whatsoever. I have limited riz.
No, he does not. Listen, like half the fucking 20-somethings I know would be just like, oh my god, Tom Holland, Loki, yes!
All
melting in their seats.
Tom Holland's Loki?
Is it Tom Holland? No.
Isn't
Who's
Tom Holland Spider-Man guy?
That's, you know what? Same sentence.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Also, Tom Holland's dating Zendaya.
Okay, Artemis, you fuck. Okay.
Obviously, he has riz.
As a mechanism already wasn't possible. Congressman,
You already responded to that.
He literally just said I didn't. I didn't read the second half, and he was right.
Well,
Shut
learn
up.
how to fucking read.
Learn how to fucking listen.
No,
Fuck
not to you.
You know what? Beatings.
Ow!
Okay. It was a mechanism already available. If it wasn't possible, Congress wouldn't have needed to pass a law to remove that power if that happened. That's wrong, Artemis. That logic's actually wrong. The main reason is that sometimes things are ambiguous, but then looked at and said, now we can't do that. And then later, they clarified, no, you really can't do that, just to make sure it's set in stone. This was one of those things. He couldn't do it, and then they clarified. It's the same with like the whole anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism thing that came out of the legislature recently. It was interpreted that way, but not specific, and then they made it specific. Anyway, I'm going to this now. I'm not talking about that other shit anymore. After that wonderful reference, I say the stream is peak. See you later, Kellen. See you later. Okay, listen. Hey, Denzel, what's up? I should probably mod Denzel as well.
Why?
Why not? Okay, listen here. Okay. One of the reasons is moving from being a niche social media phrase into the mainstream because it's just fun to say. When it comes off your tongue, there's a little bit of joy that comes with it. Riz.
I actually despise the fact that Riz is supposed to be short for charisma.
Yeah.
Because that's not how charisma is spelt.
So here's the thing. Most abbreviated words come from the beginning or the ends of words, like rhino for rhinoceros or hood from neighborhood.
Yeah.
Middle is unusual. Fridge from refrigerator. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Riz from charisma. Yeah. Yeah.
It just annoys me that, like, it contains so many letters that aren't... There's no
So
two Z's in charisma.
We have Swifty, de-influencing, Riz, beige flag, prompt,
oh my
heat
god,
dome,
beige
parasocial, and situationship.
Parasocial definitely should have made, like, the list.
Situationship is stupid.
Situationship is hilarious and so much fun to say.
What is a beige flag?
A beige flag is like, you know how there's green flags and red flags in relationships?
Mm-hmm.
So like, oh, you know, he's so nice and buys me flowers, that's a green flag. Oh, he still talks to his ex and they have flirty text messages, that's a red flag. A beige flag is like, oh, he likes to...
It's right here.
Yeah.
A character trait that indicates a partner or potential partner is boring or lacks originality.
I mean, yeah, but it's also just more of like, this is a normal flag of a person. That doesn't really matter, it's just them, you know?
Okay.
Like, oh, this person likes to eat their cereal with a fork. It's a beige flag.
Last year's word was goblin mode.
Yes!
Behavior which is unapologetic, self-indulgent, lazy, slovenly, or greedy.
Good.
Typically in a way that rejects social norms or expectations. Goblin mode.
Okay,
Would you stop?
What does heat dome mean? I actually don't know.
A persistent high-pressure weather system over a particular geographic area which traps a massive hot air below it.
How is that not already a word?
Because it's called like something else. It's not called heat dome.
How was that already not part of layman's term? What the fuck?
Yep. Let's continue on.
Okay.
Jamaican police left stranded after thieves steal a beach.
How did they steal a beach? What do you mean
Thieves
they
in
stole a
Jamaica have
beach?
embarrassed police and triggered a political row by stealing a beach and making a clean getaway. Hundreds of tons of white sand vanished from a planned resort on the island's north coast in July. But 3 months later, there is no sign of suspects or sand. An estimated 500 truckloads of sand were removed from the Coral Spring Beach in Trelawney and were believed to have been sold to rival resorts. A hefty logistical feat which has stumped the police. They stole a beach! A whole fucking beach!
How?
It's a very complex investigation because it involves so many aspects. You've got the receivers of stolen sand, or what we believe to be the sand, the trucks themselves, the organizers, and of course there is some suspicion that some police were in collusion with the movers of the sand.
Well, wait.
They stole a fucking beach!
Well, what was left? Isn't the bottom of the ocean just sand? What
Oh.
was left? What? Huh? What?
They just went to a beach and just shoveled up all the sand and just drove away with it.
Yeah, but what was it? Just dirt? Like, was it just dirt
No, it
under
was
the sand? Was it rock?
sand. It was no, I don't fucking know.
No, but I don't understand what was left in place of the beach if they stole all the sand.
Probably
what's
like
there?
probably rocks or like earth or something. Something that's not sand. They just dug all the sand up.
Why?
They stole the sand, dude. They stole the sand. Okay, what's next? Teachers seize disco equipment from 12-year-old boy who hosted a rave in the school toilets. Look at this guy. Now this guy has some fucking riz.
There you go.
Give him
Jesus.
give him his equipment back, guys. This is oppression. Oh no, it's behind a thing.
I'm pretty sure there's a way. There's a way I keep reading about that you can actually get past paywalls, and I never remember.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
how
it. I'm
it
gonna
is.
get it. And it's
No, but you can just go into like the F12 settings and do
Let me
it.
just do this, but it's not gonna work on this one. See? Yeah, it's not there.
No, that's an add-on, isn't it?
Yeah,
What you
listen,
just
it
did?
doesn't even load the whole article. There's nothing underneath.
I understand.
The F12 settings don't work for this type of block. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
The teachers at St. Anthony's
Wow,
the
Deb. Okay,
teachers
no,
at
just
St.
start over.
Anthony's
Just start
Catholic
over.
College in Ermsta may come to regret confiscating 12-year-old Cale Bell's disco equipment. After all, he wouldn't be the first errant schoolboy to go on to greater things after trying out his entrepreneurial skills on his classmates. All he wanted to do was cheer the mood and offer a service, in his case with a little party for his fellow Year 8 pupils during troubled times. But his teachers took a dim view of the affair after they discovered the event he was hosting involved music decks, speakers, disco lights being crammed into the boys' toilets. Despite showing strong entrepreneurial instincts, teachers swiftly confiscated his disco equipment and phoned his parents to let him know this was not the kind of thing they could allow on school premises. So, yeah, he was just doing disco in the toilets, and they
Wow.
fucking he was doing it,
Like,
and they just stole all of his shit.
it's not stolen. You can't host a disco on
No,
school
Fuck
property.
the teachers.
No!
Fuck them.
You can't host.
Fuck the man.
God damn it, Deb. We just
Fucking pigs.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, yeah, he was just
Rave in the school bathroom.
when his mom said, I had to laugh. It has been a terrible year, and I couldn't be angry with my son for trying to spread some cheer. When I got the call, it made perfect sense. He was up, dressed, and ready to leave for school early that morning, which was unheard of in our house. He had the biggest smile on his face, so I knew he had something up his sleeve. Sigma rave set. Give him his shit back. Yeah, dude, it was the skibbity toilet rave.
Shialech. No.
Yeah, man. No, he advertised the event on. He advertised the event on Snapchat a week prior. The guest list included all Year 8 boys who were each given a Cadbury twirl and a bottle of Lucozade once the party started.
What is Lucozade?
I don't know. It's probably some British
Google
drink.
it.
Fucking.
Well, I want to know.
Anyone knew? Yeah, it's a British drink. Like I said, context, Naomi. Context. Anyway.
What if it was booze? What if it was random energy drinks?
He's in the toilet and he's doing a fucking rave. It's like. Apparently, it lasted 30 minutes.
Yep,
Before
that makes
before the
sense.
teachers came and shut it down.
Yep.
Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome, dude. Okay, what's next? Neo-Nazi group led by a 13-year-old boys band. Dude.
No, okay, listen. The way you phrased that sounded like it was led by a 13-year-old boys band.
Oh, boys band. So hold on.
Is band.
Hold on. We went from like 13-year-old raver to 13-year-old neo-Nazi.
Yes.
It's the same
Listen,
guy.
it's just an after-school club activity, guys.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. The Freirkrieg Division,
Yeah.
an international group that has largely existed online, said earlier that it has dissolved. However,
it was led by a 13-year-old boy. Of course it did.
Yeah.
They don't have any commitment.
By a 13-year-old boy from Estonia. Estonia? Okay. Yeah. This vile white supremacist group advocates violence and seeks to sow division, targeting young and vulnerable people online. The organization advocated use of violence and mass murder in the pursuit of an apocalyptic race war. The statement added that in retaliation for the arrest of one of its British followers last year, the group distributed a list of police buildings and an image of a senior police officer with a gun to his head and the words "race traitor" across his eyes, urging followers carry out attacks. The group's ideology promoted the idea that society will collapse into racial warfare, thus opening the way for the creation of a neo-Nazi state. This process should be accelerated through terrorist activity. Okay, so you have, there's the group, but where's the 13-year-old?
Maybe picture wasn't posted because BBC has pretty strict rules.
The boy who used the alias Commander was identified this year by the Estonian Internal Security Service, which has said that under its legal system, young children can't be legally held responsible for crimes, and therefore these cases have to be treated by other legal means to protect the child from himself and also protect everybody else from respect of the
That's bullshit. I actually strongly disagree with children can't be held responsible for crimes.
So, this group was just led by a kid?
Yep.
Okay, dude. That's fucking wild.
Listen, that just shows you how fucking stupid.
Yeah, dangerously based. This is dangerously stupid. Solid stuff. What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's an art appreciation club focusing on 20th century Austrians. All right. Okay. What's next? Oh yeah, this is from Sargon's feed.
What is?
Okay. This is an advertisement from Skittles.
Okay.
You got a fat woman with mustache.
Okay.
Queer joy is chosen family and community. What does queer joy mean to you? For Skittles, it means celebrating the diversity and beauty of the LGBTQ plus community with the See the Rainbow campaign. This isn't about Skittles.
Well,
this is bullshit.
Was this during Pride Month? When was this posted?
No, it just popped up December 3rd on his personal Facebook. Skittles. What the fuck?
Well, I mean, this would make sense to post in like during Pride Month. Whether you agree with Pride Month or not, it doesn't fucking matter. This would be appropriate to post then.
But they're not doing it, bro. They're doing it year round now, Naomi.
Yeah, but that's weird.
Look at this woman with a mustache, Naomi. Isn't it so queer?
I don't even agree with the term queer. So
neither do I. It's so dumb. It's like, is this person lesbian? I don't know. Are they gay? I don't know. Bisexual, trans? I don't know. They got a mustache. I mean, I guess now queer just means you look funny. It's like, like, what if this woman was completely cis, completely straight, but has a mustache?
We've come full circle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like here. What if this woman's completely straight, completely cis, nothing LGBT about them at all, but because they have a mustache, like, I'm queer.
I mean, maybe.
Dude, I did a video on this. There's that one woman from Linus Tech Tips who is like, I'm queer. What does that mean? Are you gay? Doesn't seem to be. Are you trans? No. What does queer mean? Oh, it means that like I dress in overalls and I have really like I have curly hair and bangs and I have big hipster glasses. It's like, what? Like, unironically, queer is just an aesthetic you can adopt to join LGBT without actually being LGBT.
Yeah, no, I remember, I probably told this story, but I remember sitting in an auditorium at my, like, very artsy-fartsy high school, guys, and, like, all the people around me, this guy was trying to explain what queer was, and I was just like, so he's gay. And everyone around me was just like, well, no, Naomi, and I was just like, but he didn't say anything different from how they gave the definition of gay and then they gave the definition of queer and it was the fucking same.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what?
Yep. It's so stupid. It's so fucking dumb, right? It's so fucking dumb. All right, I've had enough of this fucking bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Okay. So anyway. Yeah, it's just, yeah, fuck you too.
I will
Get outta
say
here.
I will say this, and I'll say it every stream if I have to. It should be LGBTA because those are all the umbrella terms.
Also, I.
Why I?
No, it's kind of funny. Intersex. It's kind of funny because yeah, queer used to just mean that guy's weird, and they use it like as a pejorative, and now they're just using it to mean that guy's weird, not actually gay or trans, just weird. It's like, okay, it's fucking stupid.
Not right. Cis or straight, but there's other labels. There's like 18 million thousand fucking labels.
That's stop posting the letters, you fucks. Okay, let's keep going. Okay. Just like the real thing, minus the screaming. Lifelike $20,000 baby dolls are becoming increasingly popular amongst infertile women.
I've read so many horror stories about women and like the real, like the scary lifelike dolls. Like, there's so many fucking weird stories.
I don't know.
There's so many weird stories.
Okay.
Oh, that's creepy.
Women struggling with infertility have found a way to love and care for a little bundle of joy. A lifelike baby doll that can cost more than $20,000.
Which is also insane, by the way.
These creations, called reborn dolls, are hand-painted with details like freckles, rosy cheeks, specific facial expressions, skin textures, and even birthmarks. And new mothers can choose extra features like battery-operated breathing machines, human hair, or a scent that blends baby powder and infant laundry detergent. Women have given these dolls names and personalities, dressing them in the latest fashions. While outsiders may be perplexed by this unique collection, a growing community of women have adopted these almost real-looking babies and claim the new addition to the family has improved their lives.
You know what this reminds me of, actually?
It's weird.
No, listen, other than that, those guys... That's an ultrasound!
She had her uterus removed when she was 25 years old because the doctors detected cancerous tissue. She had 5 godchildren, but she started caring for reborn dolls when the godchildren moved away.
Okay, well, that is actually sad. But you want to know what this reminds me of? Those guys who are dating their sex dolls.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, isn't it?
This is on the same level. It's just less sexual.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird, dude.
It's the same.
Yeah.
But also, that's scarily lifelike. Like, I keep looking at it and I'm like, that's a kid. No, it's not.
Even has a umbilical cord.
Yep, they're scary.
For your baby.
They're terrifying. Nope. Nope. You could just adopt an actual human child instead of using a fake baby. I'm just saying. You could adopt.
That's fucking weird, dude.
Because your real babies TM are not actually real, but adopting a human child is real. So you know.
This is fucking weird. Look at this shit. It's fucking weird, dude.
I don't know, but it's strange. You know what these would be great for? Movie props.
Yeah. Yeah. It would be.
I feel like a lot of stuff that's like weird high fashion or like is like cosplaying stuff, movie props. It's all just secretive movie props, and then it somehow gets out into the real world.
Okay, hold on. Let's see here. $2 from Crack Bandicoot. Thanks for the Christmas trucker, please.
Yeah, I saw that.
Plus one day. A shake eval, $2. Jamaican PD on the lookout for a red cloaked woman. Fondue, $2. That kid is getting his country invaded by Russia. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. All right. This is pretty strange, isn't it? Let's keep going.
Yep, it's weird.
Senate staffer alleged by conservative outlets to have had sex in a hearing room is no longer employed.
Dev was telling me about this before the stream.
Guess what? This is what the thumbnail is today. That guy, I watched the video. He was in the Senate hearing room and he's like naked. He's wearing underwear that like it covers a man's genitals but exposes his asshole. And so, the guy who was taking the video was fucking him from behind.
Made for male bottoms.
Yeah, made for male bottoms. Yeah. Javi and Juggalo, $20. A video on the minority responsibility of vigilance. After legal equality, the minority must fight not to let the negative image that was given to them be reality. Actively fight. Peds. Don't just say they don't represent us. Okay, I think I understand what you mean. Yeah. Minority responsibility of vigilance. Yeah, this is like the black people have a stereotype of being like looters and violent, and therefore good black people have like a responsibility to not be that and to disassociate. I think I know what you mean. Yeah. Okay, so. Yeah.
Are you gonna also pull up the 4chan thread you were looking at?
No, I'm not. So it's full of fucking porn. Senator Ben Cardin's office has parted ways with a staffer who conservative news outlets alleged was shown in a leaked video having sex in a Senate hearing room. It was him. We found it. 4chan found his porn. It was him.
Yep.
Aidan Mais Suropsky is no longer employed by the U.S. Senate. The Maryland Democrats' office said in a statement to the NBC News, "We will have no further comment on this personal matter." On Friday, the Daily Caller, a conservative news outlet, published what it said was a video showing a congressional staffer having sex with an unknown man in the Senate hearing room. It added that the video was shared in a private group for gay men in politics.
I love that. That's a fucking group chat. Gay
Yep.
men in politics.
Yep. Yep. So, let's see. On Friday night, he put up a post on LinkedIn saying while he had shown poor judgment in the past, he would never disrespect his workplace. This has been a difficult time for me as I have been attacked for who I love to pursue a political agenda.
No, you're not supposed to have sex in public places. That's the point.
While some of my actions in the past have shown poor judgment, I love my job and I would never disrespect my workplace. Any attempts to characterize my actions otherwise are fabricated, and I will be exploring what legal options are available to me in these matters. So he's saying,
I want him.
If you talk about the fact that I bottomed in the fucking Senate chamber, I'm going to go after you legally, even though there's video proof of it. Like, what the fuck, dude?
I want a video of him talking to his lawyers and be like, can I fucking sue 4chan for finding all of the shit I posted online? Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Also, the real Holtzinator. That's why it shouldn't be LGBT.
Yeah, you have to read it. Go ahead, read it.
Okay, queer is the largest umbrella that LGBT has, encompassing the entire acronym and everything in it, and yes, it is a way to say I'm ambiguously part of this movement. But that is my point, is that that's why the Q shouldn't be there, because it's Q, then LGBT.
Yeah, but it's
Q.
just political power, that's all it is. Okay.
Drunk
dental receptionist who groped schoolboy,
why do we have another
13
one of these?
years old, and told him she wanted to ride him until morning before exposing herself and waking up remembering nothing after a while. Well, on a wine binge, has been spared jail.
Didn't we look at this last time?
She hadn't been spared jail.
Oh, this is new. Okay, guys.
It's an update. She was spared jail.
That's fucked up.
I did this story before, but not the fact that she was spared jail. This is new.
That's fucked up.
Yep,
you should be in jail. Yep. You should be in jail. Jesus.
Let's see. Why was she spared jail? Yep. He pulled down her trousers, exposed herself for passing out. She was identified, leaving her bank phone on the bench. Okay. Yep.
Give me the reason.
Yep. We've talked about her before, but I want to see why she was spared jail, though. Yep. She pleaded guilty to sexual assault, was sentenced to 12 months in jail, suspended for 18 months. She's also ordered to wear an electronic sobriety tag for 20 days as part of an alcohol absence program. Will have to complete 35 rehabilitation in 20 days. Sexual for 10 years.
Only for 10 years? Okay.
Yeah. She had mental health issues. Okay.
I don't fucking care. Okay. Oh, I have mental health issues. That makes it okay for me to grope minors. Jesus.
She sat between the two boys and began to touch and rub his genitals in the upper area of his thigh over his clothing while making highly inappropriate and sexualized comments. She was going to ride him till morning.
Yeah, we did all that.
Yep. Guys, you can't fix her. Okay.
You can't.
She said, "I don't recall anything. Oh my god, I can't believe it. She removed her clothing, exposed her genitals and buttocks for passing out. Took a video. The guys took a video of it. It's funny. All right. Presence of alcohol, inebriation of the defendant. The victim was pretty vulnerable. Okay. Yep. But where's the self-destructive nature? Turned to alcohol. Fine, but where's the psychiatrist identified anxiety disorder and panic attacks, borderline personality disorder, mental health issues? Okay. There's genuine heartfelt remorse, and she shows the victim empathy.
No, fuck you. Fuck you. Anyone can fake showing empathy.
It was she didn't like target him. It was a chance meeting.
That doesn't fucking matter. He's a minor, and she knew that he was a minor. That doesn't matter.
It was a chance meeting. You were not aware of the vulnerability of your victim. You had no recollection of what you did as a result of the amount of alcohol you had taken.
That doesn't matter. Oh, God. You know what? I hope she fucking kills herself over the guilt.
This is a sexual assault on a young person by someone who is 27 and is plainly a serious matter. On the other side, there is strong personal mitigation as a result of genuine remorse and the series of events that led you to your mental health skills. You must now realize you realize you must alter your ways.
No. You know what? You should alter your ways? In jail, away from minors.
Well, hold on. It seems like she's not spared jail. Jail's deferred.
I don't care. She should be in jail this moment in time.
Just wait. Yeah, so basically, she goes to jail in 18 months. She has 12 months in jail, and it starts in 18 months' time. So she, because of the situation of like all the mitigating factors, she is given 18 months to set her affairs in order
So she can
before she
do
goes
this again to another
before
child.
she goes to jail.
So she can just go on another drunken binge before she goes to jail, and then have assault another kid. That's fucking stupid. All pedophiles should immediately be put in jail.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yep.
Yep. If there was like, listen, hardcore proof that you sexually assaulted a minor, immediately in jail. You can just wait in jail.
Here's what we do, all right? we set up state-owned brothels, okay?
No.
And then
no.
Shut up for a minute.
No.
All pedophiles
No.
are turned into prostitutes that are state-owned,
including the male ones.
Yep, and they're simply used for the good of the populace.
No.
Yep.
That's also fucked up.
Well, no, the punishment fits the crime. You rape the rapist. Are you complaining?
I mean, they're gonna get raped in jail anyway, so
yeah.
Does it really matter?
Yeah, that's what you do.
No.
Okay. 38-year-old woman decides she wants a baby, claims she's been betrayed by feminism.
How?
Well, because she thought that she could have it all, and now she doesn't. Okay.
Well, logically, you can't.
Yeah, well, they're stupid. Okay. A woman said she felt betrayed by feminism after deciding she wanted to settle down, have a family and a husband as she approached her 39th birthday. That's a revenge hentai plot. What the hell? Based!
Listen, Dev's brain is a revenge hentai plot.
You know what?
It's true.
I'm just gonna hit you. That's
how you come up with all the fucked up shit that you do. Like that.
I have a hammer. I can fix her. Thanks. Okay. At one point during the interview, she started crying, describing how she feels like she'll end up alone and childless. I'm 38 and single, and I realized recently I want a child. I'm terrified I've missed my opportunity. She said after her video went viral in November, hate began to pour in from men telling her that she's lived a selfish life. So, here's the thing. Yeah, it's easy to say, this woman, she clearly spent her 20s fucking around, sucking all the dicks, having fun, partying, focusing on her career, and now that she's too old, now she wants a family. You should have settled down earlier, which is like a fair criticism. But not always, it's not always the criticism, though.
Yeah,
so,
I mean...
When she was 22, she married a traditional man and moved to a rural community where she grew up. He wanted a simple life with children and home-cooked meals. However, she did not want children.
At that time, yeah.
I felt very strongly I didn't want children.
At 22, I understand.
I wasn't going to be. She didn't want to be the traditional housewife. She wanted to pursue a career, and I felt very strongly that would never change. And I guess I was wrong. Yeah. So you know what? There you go. Yeah. She spent her 20s and 30s pursuing a career, abandoned the guy who wanted a wife, and now she's like, "Oh, I regret it." Well, you made the choice. This is you now.
I mean, like, yeah, but like, I do hate people like this sometimes, because like, for me, I know, like, there was a reason I did want kids, and now that I'm a, mature adult, I say in quotation marks, I know I don't, I never will, because I'm mature enough to know, but like, I had
don't know
that.
If you're mature, but yeah, go on.
I had that figured out at 20.
Yeah, I know.
I have slowly come to a realization that most 20-year-olds don't have any idea what the fuck they're doing.
They don't. They really don't.
But, like...
Oh yeah, chat, before you fucking go wild about this, we've talked about it. We've both agreed that on the off chance that if we do have kids, it's a big if only because I'm fucking poor and probably always will be poor. On the off chance that we do have kids, we're adopting. We're not having our own.
Yeah, because we're not having kids. We'd be adopting a child.
Yeah.
Probably an older child, because I don't really like babies that much.
Neither do I. Neither do I, dude. Yeah.
I mean, babies are cute and adorable, but I don't want to deal with the screaming for 12 hours.
Oh god, and the fucking shitting. Listen. Listen. We can have the kid after it's learned to wipe its ass. Okay.
Sure. Sure.
Okay. Here. So, she said that both her and her ex thought that love could conquer everything, but after 10 years, it was clear their differences and life goals were irreconcilable. She became resentful when he would ask for dinner or for his laundry to be done. How about this? When I'm busy and I ask you to do housework, do you feel resentful?
No, because you usually also do your more than fair share.
Yeah. So. And I'm like, no, you gotta do this right now. I'm too busy. You gotta take over.
Yep.
Yeah.
I get it.
You don't want spawns of Dev.
I want spawns. I don't want spawns of myself. Listen, no one wants spawns of Naomi.
I thought of a really good joke that I'm not going to say.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, it's not a joke that would actually be bad towards you, but it would make...
I entirely don't believe you.
Hold on, here. I'll mute it. I'll just tell you and not the chat, okay?
Okay. That's fucking gross. You're gross.
That was a good joke.
No, shut
That was a funny
fuck up.
joke.
No, that's fucking gross.
Okay, hold on. Naxalis, $5. Queer does not mean LGBT. It means opposition to cis heteronormativity. This also means opposition to gay and trans people who act normally. Yes, it does. That's true. That's true, Naxalis.
You know what? I actually accept that definition. I still don't agree that it should necessarily be part of the acronym.
Hold on. Artemis Fowl, $5 is not always a criticism. Women was the exact criticism. Dev taking L's. No, you tard. Listen, my criticism was she spent the 20s hopping around the cock carousel, partying and slutting it up. She didn't. She spent her 20s married, and she just ended up regretting. She didn't want to do that life, and now she's like, oh, I want to go back. This is a different criticism. It's a different criticism. Okay. Snardigan, $5. Regardless of the specific issue, is it good for stuff like January 6th to happen occasionally? Shouldn't the government be afraid of the people? Nah, man, I don't think so. I don't know about that, dude. Nah. Let's keep going. Okay. So, yep. I did little to hide my disdain for our small town life. He was a good and hardworking man, but I don't think I made him feel that way. At 30, she divorced, and she swore off the idea of marriage. Well, you threw it away, man. If you had it, you threw it away.
Well, okay, listen, like...
Fuck off, Artemis.
I feel like most people shouldn't be getting married at 22 because they have no idea what they actually want yet.
Well, you were 22 when we got together. You were younger than that. We were together.
Okay, listen.
We worked out.
Again.
And you always wanted me.
I'm not going to say that I am the most mature 20-year-old I've ever met, but, I think I had more of an idea of what I wanted out of life than most people my age do.
Yeah.
Did. I'm not 20 anymore.
Yeah. I told my friends and family, I gotta replace you. Gotta get. Here. Naomi's mad now. Okay, you know. So I was like, man, it was great to date someone who was a bit younger than me. I could show her all these cool games and TV shows. The experience of sharing something like that I love with someone new and watching them enjoy it too. That was so fun. But now that I've showed you everything, I gotta get a new person to show it to. Naomi, don't be mad.
This is why we're never getting married.
No! Okay. I told my friends and family I'd never get married again. I needed independence, fulfilling career, and space to chart my own course. And I didn't think that marriage fit into that vision. I was content to look towards a future without a husband, children, or the trappings of a traditional life. As she grew older, however, the fun, carefree lifestyle, being wined and dined, going to parties, began to get old. The pursuit of comfort and self became dull. When she turned 38, terror took over. I was panic-stricken. I really thought that I was going to be alone forever. It really scared me. I almost wrote the article as a sort of warning to other women. I don't want people to miss out on the important things in life because they're just enjoying themselves. I don't think that's ever going to make you happy. Here's the thing.
So enjoying yourself isn't going to make you happy?
Not long-term, no.
Well, I mean,
You have to do something for something else, for somebody else, I think, for you really to be happy long-term.
I disagree. You have said on multiple occasions throughout our entire relationship that you are just fine being on your own. You have learned how to be happy on your own. I have been,
yes.
So you can be happy on your own.
Well, men can.
Fuck. You know what? You can be alone. You can go to your parents by yourself, and I'll stay here. Because then I'll be very happy all alone.
I'm obviously joking.
Yeah.
Listen, no, here's what it is, right? It's what I mean, though. You need to do things for other people. That doesn't need to be kids, and it doesn't need to be a partner. It doesn't need to be, here, for example, there's also people who, not lots of people, there are some people who have a completely fulfilling life, and they run a business, and they kind of maintain that, and they take responsibility for everyone who works for them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Were you even listening?
No.
Fine, what did I say anyway?
I got distracted by the chat. I'm sorry. Ow.
Deserved. Okay, listen, okay? Basically, nope. I'm listening. Chat's gone away. Chat's gone away. Chat's gone. Can't see it anymore.
Chat, come back.
Nope. Now listen.
You're my only love. Okay, stop. Ow.
Okay, now listen. Basically, it doesn't have to be a partner. It doesn't have to be kids. It has to be other people, though. So you could run a business, have no partner, no kids, but run a business, and kind of manage that, and everyone, and a bunch of people who are you're employed and they're living off of that, and because you're building something positive, you still kind of get the same feeling. Basically, you have to do things for other people. I think that's the important part.
You know what you can do? What? You can be alone, have a hobby that has you out of the house, and is not a teacher, but teaching other people how to do that hobby because you've gotten so good at it.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then there you go. So you're happy being alone.
Yep.
It's fulfilling. So
Yep.
you're happy to
Beat
be
Naomi,
alone.
make her listen. Very. And yeah, pretty much. Yeah. That's how I feel. Yeah.
So there you go.
But yeah, basically, she's partied and has no one at this point. Oh well, you're fucked.
Also, the reason I got distracted was because I wanted to make a comment that has now scrolled away on another comment.
Here, I'll scroll. Where's it?
I don't remember.
Oh,
I don't remember who made it. Stop. It's that someone said something along the lines of, "Oh, a woman just discovered the biological clock, like it's some new thing."
Yeah.
And I actually want to make the comment that a large portion of like newer feminism teaches women that the biological clock does not exist, even though it does.
Of course it does, yeah.
that's not like, yes, you have to have babies at 20 because that's the best time biologically to have babies. No, it
is though, but yeah,
it is. I'm not saying that is a false fact. I'm just saying that there's genetic things that if you have babies in your late 30s, early 40s, that they're gonna maybe almost kind of usually be fucked up.
Yeah.
So you should have them like at the latest probably your early 30s, but you have to know by 30. If you want to actually
you're a woman,
have,
if
you have to decide by 30 if you want to have kids or not.
Yep.
Like that's the way it is, and it sucks.
It sucks.
Like you can adopt, but if you want to biologically have children,
biologically,
you should have made that decision at least by 30.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, the $2 Artemis foul dipping cuckers when you for you. Artemis, give me some of those fat $100 super chats you give Arch instead of these cheapo ones, you fucker.
Well, does Arch agree with Artemis more than you do?
Yeah.
Well, then that's why he gets the fat $100.
Yeah, they're both wrong though. Highly enjoyable $5. You can have it all. Go for a job after the kid reaches 12 or so and be someone independent. That's what my mom did, masonry. Yeah, pretty much. Like at some point, you can do it. Like, here's the thing. Let's say you have a kid at 20 years old, which is pretty young. But let's say you do it. By the time you're 32, you're not so old. Like you're not like I'm 32. No, 32 is like young enough to do things still. Yeah. Your kid's 12. Go out and do shit. At 12 years old, your kid's like more or less independent. Like not in terms of like financially, but like they're having fun with their friends, they're doing other things, like they're going to school. Like yeah, you can absolutely like this whole idea like I don't want to give up. It's like you won't really be.
Well, I think that's because a lot of people get trapped in
the carousel. Yeah, she did Artemis.
Yeah. I think it's because a lot of people get kind of trapped in relationships where like men aren't doing as much of the parenting. Like you've heard about those relationships with men who are just like, oh, I have to babysit my kids this week instead of hanging out with guys. I get it. Like you're not babysitting your children, you're parenting them. That's your job.
I get it, but like here's the thing. That's reasonable if the men are making most of the money.
No, I'm not saying it's not. But a woman can't go out and have a career if the men isn't there to pick up the slack of the the kid, even though they're older. Because like at 12, like, you still have to drive them places and stuff. Like there's still a lot of commitment, even though you will have more free time. Yeah. But if the other parent isn't there to help pick up the slack and while you are doing your career, then it's not going to work out and you can't.
Yep. People call me immoral for wanting kids. I've seen that shit. It's fucking ridiculous. Like white people shouldn't have kids because white people are evil. Like fuck you.
Yeah, no.
Man, when someone says that, I just want to have like 18,000 white babies just to fucking spite them. Like fuck you, asshole.
I mean, I don't think we should have kids, but sure.
No, I shouldn't. But solely to spite. Solely to spite.
Sure. Yeah, that's a terrible.
I want to impregnate and then leave. And just leave the woman with it.
That's worse. Stop making single mothers.
I don't care. Some cuck can raise the kid. Get your Chad.
You can't say that and then also be pro-adoption. Pick one.
Get your Chad. I'm happy with the age I was because my kids are independent, sort of. I don't want to do the baby stuff. Yeah, I know what you mean, Sparkles. Yeah, exactly, right? Anyway, listen. Yeah, that's pretty much done. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Let's go to the next one. Florida man arrested for trying to cross the Atlantic in a hamster wheel
vessel.
Yep, there it is.
Wait, why was he arrested for that?
That's illegal.
Why is it illegal?
He's going. There it is.
But why?
Florida man.
Florida man is the best character created by the
dude, you saw that GTA 6 is all just Florida man references, right?
Yeah,
it's going to be great. Okay. A Florida man was arrested for trying to run into London across the Atlantic Ocean in a homemade vessel resembling a hamster wheel. Starting at $5. People say they plan for future. I'm just saying financially. If you're fine with dying with no close family, okay, but most people really aren't. Yeah. Yeah. The U.S. Coast Guard intercepted Reza Baluchi about 70 miles off Tybee Island, Georgia, on 26th of August. The 44-year-old marathon runner refused to leave the vessel for 3 days. He's tried 3 similar voyages before, all of which ended in Coast Guard intervention. The makeshift contraption he was using is shaped like a wheel, with paddles that are designed to propel it forward as the wheel revolves. Based on the condition of the vessel, which was afloat as a result of wiring and buoys, U.S. Coast Guard officer determined Bellucci was conducting a manifestly unsafe voyage.
How can you not know how to pronounce buoys and then pronounce fucking Bellucci correctly?
I'm from an Italian family.
You're not even fucking Italian.
No, but my parents were.
You know what? I don't care. You're not Italian. Fuck
My
you.
grandparents were.
Doesn't matter.
So I know how to.
You
how to
don't even
pronounce
know
this
to speak Italian. You can't say
shit.
that.
It's Bellucci.
You're stupid.
Anyway, listen. Officials said he refused to step off the vessel and threatened to kill himself. He also thought he had a bomb on board.
Oh, well, that was why
He eventually surrendered a van. No, it's because the officials were big. No. Basically, it was like it was an unsafe voyage, so it's also illegal. Basically, because it is. You can't when you're on the ocean. The laws are different. So yeah, basically, he was just like,
because there's no laws.
this is his vehicle. He's like, I'm gonna try to paddle my way to the old world. He's just gonna he just went for it, and they're like, you can't fucking do this, dude.
Fuck you, Bilbo. It's buoy.
Get out of here. You know what? Get out of here. Anyway, look at this thing. Isn't this awesome? Look at this thing. Isn't this awesome? Look at this thing.
Yes.
I'm getting Naomi's fucking attention. Okay, no more chat for you. No, I'm getting the chat's going away again because you can't fucking deal with it.
I can. I've been so.
Naomi's
good.
like, I can't. Oh, Naomi's so one-brained. She can't even read the articles. It has to be only chat. Only
Listen,
people.
I listen to you talk so fucking much.
Drama.
Just you repeating one word over and over again, or trying to reread a sentence for like the 5th
Stop
time
leaning
in a
on me.
row.
You're too hot. Fine, you know what?
No.
Okay. So yeah, this is ridiculous, but it's awesome, and you should have been able to do it. You probably would have died out there, though, to be honest.
That's okay. Laws are different. Does that mean we can
Parent to Lady
eat his
Columbia,
body?
$10. Isn't me, Dev, or is 2023 showing the large brain rot the right has had? I think you should do a video on it. Tons of roidoids have lambasted Dave Rubin for surrogacy. Oh yeah, dude. I'm actually gonna do a video on that. Dave Rubin's gay, and he's right wing, but he's gay.
Okay.
And he and his husband got a surrogate to have a kid.
Yeah, lots of people do that.
Yeah. Right wingers are saying that is child trafficking.
So
it's fucking stupid. It's so retarded.
Does that mean all
it's
surrogates?
so fucking dumb.
Does that mean all surrogates?
I guess
child
it's just stupid, and the right has been getting more and more retarded ever since like 2020, and I'm fucking done with it. They're retards.
I feel like you could make like a valid argument for that. You know that if you use a surrogate, it is child trafficking. Not if like the person's already planning on putting it up for adoption, but if you specifically impregnate a person by paying them. Not coercing, just, oh yes, okay, I'm gonna pay you so I can inseminate you, whether, physically or with a turkey baster.
Yeah.
To have my child. That's like, yeah, sure, that's just prostitution, but with babies.
Nah, I don't
yeah, totally. No. I'm right.
Here's the thing: they wouldn't say it about straight couples. They're just saying it's a gay guy. That's it. That's all.
I mean, yeah, but you could make an argument about that for all surrogacy, not just gay guys.
Yeah, but they don't.
They make
it for gay guys.
Yeah, no, that's stupid.
Yeah, because they're fucking stupid.
I'm just saying, though.
Anyway, continuing on.
Yeah.
A toaster placed under a car to heat up the battery likely sparked a fire.
Wait, what?
Yeah. A toaster placed under an electric vehicle by its owner to warm up the battery likely caused a fire that destroyed the car and damaged a nearby house. So the battery was too cold to start up. The guy's like, I'll just put a toaster underneath it to heat it up, and then it fucking caught on fire. Where did
he plug in the toaster? Like, did he just use a really long extension cord?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess, dude.
That's stupid as fuck.
Yeah, that's dumb, Denziel. That's stupid. Even if they say about straight couples, it's stupid. No.
No, listen, Deb. You can totally make an argument about this.
Yeah, but it's a dumb argument.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's dumb if it's right.
No, it's not right. It's dumb. It's incorrect. It's an incorrect argument.
If prostitution is illegal, you can't pay someone to have sex. Why can you pay someone to have your child? That's crazy.
Because having a child is not like having sex. It's not the same thing.
It totally is.
Oh, really? Really? Because that Do you want to have that argument, Naomi?
No.
Then shut up. And shut up. Okay. The cause of the fire is most likely to be found in the toaster that the owner of the car had placed under the front of his car to keep the battery warm. Yep. The fire happened. Car was parked in a carport. No. Now I'm minimizing the chat and leaving the chat minimized for the rest of the stream because you can't pay attention.
I am paying attention.
Okay, what's going on? Okay, without looking, what's going on?
He was parked in a carport.
Tell me about it.
And I don't know.
Oh! Beatings. You deserve beatings, woman.
I'm not gonna have an arm left by the time we're done this.
Good.
You're so
It's not even your good arm, so I don't care.
Yes, it is. This is my dominant hand.
Nothing about you is dominant, Naomi. Okay, so a toaster placed under a car to heat up the battery likely sparked a fire.
You don't have to read it again.
Yes, I do, because you don't fucking pay attention.
I responded.
So it turns out that the battery was cold,
Yes.
and he heated it up
Yes,
with,
I know.
with toaster.
Yes,
And
I
it started a
understand.
fire.
Yes.
All right, you understand?
That makes
there you go.
sense.
That's the.
Yeah.
It's a fine. You got fined.
Okay. That was the end of the article. Someone fucking Nuffenberger?
You have no reaction to it? Why do I even have you here? Beat Naomi. Beat Naomi.
Ow,
Beat
ow,
Naomi.
stop.
More beatings. More beatings.
It's not deserved.
Yes, keep going. Wait. Oh yeah, the one chip challenge has been removed from store shelves. You know what that is?
Oh yeah, that one chip that's like so spicy it makes you
Yeah,
cry.
dude. Yeah, dude.
I definitely watched a dude do that, and he had like 2 glasses of milk, and he just put the milk over his eyes.
Yep.
Like in the middle of the challenge. I was like, oh shit.
Yep, dude. Yep.
Naomi would not survive even the Wendlick challenge.
Slap Naomi's Kazar Melkers.
Can you
Done.
not? Can you not?
Okay. Anyway, guys, I'll read super chats at the end. Okay, we want to finish this up. So send all the super chats. I really appreciate it. So send super chats. I'll read it at the end. Okay. So a teen dies after taking part in the Spicy One Chip Challenge. Oh
How
my God.
did he die? Did he just like have a heart
I
attack
think he
because it was
died.
too spicy?
Dude, white people can't handle spicy food.
That's racist.
The snack company Paqui is choosing to remove its signature spicy chip. That's actually me. I'm sorry about that joke. Sparkles, thanks for joining the D Club. The company this week after Massachusetts teenager died while trying to compete. The company established a one chip challenge. Okay. Harris Wolaba, 14. Jesus, 14.
That sucks.
He was found unresponsive and not breathing earlier this month. And he was pronounced dead at a local hospital. His death is being investigated by a state medical examiner.
Yeah,
Suspect
like,
his death was related to complications from the one chip challenge.
Yeah, but how?
The extremely hot corn chips make as part of the one chip challenge with Carolina Reaper and Naga Viper peppers, and they're meant only for adult consumption. We care about all of our consumers and have made the decision to remove the product from shelves. They saw an increase in teen usage after it went viral online. Yeah, of course. So basically, this guy couldn't handle it and he fucking died. Are extremely spicy foods dangerous? The heat or pain we feel after eating a hot pepper is not an indication of physical harm. It's a neurological signal our body sends to our brain telling us not to take another bite. People have a misconception about heat from peppers. It's not actual heat. It's a brain trick. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Some people, however, have had headaches after eating them. Yeah. In 2018, a 34-year-old man went to the emergency room complaining of severe headaches after eating the pepper. They reported that brain scans revealed constricted arteries that eventually returned to their normal state 5 weeks later. Okay.
I feel like that's like more from stress.
A 15-year-old boy ate a Carolina Reaper, had a fucking stroke 2 days later.
Jesus. Yep.
So yeah, I guess he just fucking died.
Yep. I wonder if he actually just like had a stroke and died.
Maybe.
That's sad.
Oh yeah. Also, I know there are many simps in the chat for Naomi. However, Miss Sparkles is one of your biggest simps. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, man.
Oh, good to know. Thanks.
Okay.
Can I have the chat back?
No.
Come on.
You don't pay attention.
I am. I did. I'm being good.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
We'll see. Okay. Women desperately seek unvaxxed sperm on Facebook as demand skyrockets. All right. So, no COVID shot, STD free, blue eyes. I'm away from nothing to grow our family.
What is this? AI
Wait,
method?
unvaxxed sperm, $3,500 a load. I'll come to you.
That's a great slogan.
Naomi Simpin Gang, it's coming. Okay, here we go. Women around the United States are now turning to unconventional strategies to become pregnant as aspiring mothers search for sperm donations from men who have refused to take a COVID-19 inoculation. They're searching for the sperm on Facebook. Jonathan David Rinaldi, known as the Sperminator, was a longtime donor for America's largest sperm donation group, a Facebook group called Sperm Donation USA. He elected to leave the group and created his own sperm donation operation after he caught wind of the demand for unvaccinated sperm donors.
So on that
unvaccinated donors only.
On that thread, do you think that there would be like a group like this in America if they were not paid for their sperm?
I don't know, maybe. Because I mean, there's always going to be a demand from some people for unvaccinated sperm,
Yeah.
even if you think it's dumb.
But
People
like,
are going to
is
want
there
it.
like
Yeah.
a big group like that in Canada? No.
No, it's illegal to sell body parts in Canada. You can't sell sperm. You can't sell blood. You can't sell like an organ.
Well, I mean,
Even
you
if it's your
can't
own.
sell organs in
Even if it's your
the
own.
U.S. anyway.
Should be able to, in my opinion. It's yours. You should be able to sell it. But whatever.
Okay, the reason that law is there is so that you are not coerced into selling your
Capitalism.
whole liver
Capitalism.
that you need to live.
Capitalism.
You're an idiot.
Okay. Here we go. So we got a bunch of people joining the group. People. I don't trust big government, big pharma. I don't trust them on things I don't even know what it is. Looking for unvaccinated sperm donors near New Jersey. Artificial insemination only. I'm a single mother of a 2-year-old and would like to give her a sibling. Looking to inseminate in late September. I'm not explaining why I desire an unvaccinated donor in this thread. I'm not interested in being educated about the COVID jab. I'm only looking for a potential donor. Yep. I'm an unvaccinated man. Sperm not modified by mRNA. Yeah. There we go. Yep. I want a farm raised, baby, not a pharma raised.
That's actually really funny.
No flu shots, no COVID shots. My best friend growing up was not vaccinated. He's totally fine and healthy. Yeah, so, okay. It's weird, but it's fucking funny.
It's hilarious. It's so funny.
Unvaccinated sperm. Dude, I can't wait till the post-apocalypse when, like, all of these vaccinated beta males have, like, shriveled up balls that have fallen off. None of them can impregnate anymore, and they'll be like, Dev, you didn't get vaccinated. I'll be like, yes, Giga Chad. And then the government will constrict me to fuck thousands of women just to impregnate them, and I'll be like, Naomi, it's part of my job. I gotta do it. Sorry.
You know they just have some sort of weird, like, jerk-off machine, and they just put all your
Oh,
sperm
the
in
Chinese semen extractor. Have you seen that?
No. Oh, is that actually a thing? Oh, God.
Here we go.
What is... Oh.
Wait, here.
What is this?
This is the Chinese semen extractor.
What? What?
You stick your dick in that, and it milks your cock, so that you can provide. You can basically provide sperm for like medical procedures.
Wouldn't that be more? Why? Wouldn't that be more embarrassing than just masturbating?
And you can get like porn.
It's just a fuck machine. You think they sell those?
What do you think?
I think that China is living in the future. Not necessarily a good future, but the future.
Okay. Oh, and that was the final one because these two we already talked about. Yeah, these are things that Artemis sent me earlier. That's it. That's the final article. Oh, wow.
Wait, I sent you funny things while I was out today.
Yeah, but I didn't see them.
You could look at them.
Nope, we'll look at them later. Next time. Okay, guys. Thanks for all the support. And quickly give the super chats a quick look before we get out. Oh!
What the fuck did you do?
I pressed the wrong thing.
Oh, God.
Let's do a quick super chat look. It's illegal to donate blood but not sell it. WTF? Yeah, it's kind of fucked up in my opinion. Why?
Verify that it's you, you fuck.
Why we gotta verify? I'm literally fucking streaming. Verify what?
Verify, you fucking
Take
bitch.
my fucking phone out.
Verify. It's
it?
legal to donate blood, but not to sell it. What the fuck? I mean, it's because you're donating it, right?
Where is it? Where's the thing? YouTube?
Calm down.
Click your phone. It's not even here. Where is it? Oh, Jesus Christ. It's fucking now it appears. Fuck you.
Jesus Christ.
I fucking hate it. It's like, verify in the middle of your stream because you suck my asshole, Google. Fuck you. Shut up.
You're such a fucking boomer. Jesus Christ. Calm your tits. Calm them.
Actually, no, we did all super chats. Okay.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, guys, super chat more so we don't have to leave.
Super chat more. Super chat more. I always like you to super chat more. Okay, guys, let's go raid Chud Logic because Chud Logic's a good boy.
I like how you take so long to intro this and then your exit is just like, okay, I'm out.
Yeah, we're getting out of here. Well, we gotta go. Like we have to get going. We're going to visit my parents for Christmas. We're going. We're getting out of here. Anyway, listen. I announced everything that's changing at the start of the stream. Go watch it if you want. Thanks for all the super chats today. Really appreciate it. If you still believe that 2020 was not legitimate, you're retarded. But it's okay. I still love you even though you're retarded. And I will see you guys next time. Like 2 hours 40 minutes.
An hour of that was spent on the goddamn nonsense.
Yeah, but guess what? I was right. Goodbye. Oh yeah. Also, Dave is streaming tonight without me, so tune in for that. Okay. I think he's playing. I think he's playing Starfield. Goodbye.
Wait, why?